Sloppy.
Good morning. What's up? How is life? Oh. My OBS is being weird, but when is it not being weird? Let's be real. Anyway, what's up? Hello, friends. Thank you for the raid, Solu. Welcome. Hi, Azim. Hi, Yuna. Hi, Rabazi. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Silver. Hi, Duke. Okay, let's get this party started. Literally party. Get it? Because we're about to go into Party Finder. It's so funny. Okay. So, we are... I guess I don't know what we're doing, but I can assume what we're doing. Like I said yesterday, there were whispers last week of doing EX2 potentially again, because there are people that would like to reiterate their knowledge on it and get, you know, more comfy with it. And I think, like, people like Iggy and stuff wanted accessories or something on other classes. But, so I think that's the main contender for today. But I will run the poll, and you guys can just let me know via poll what you would like to do. And then we'll do that. Sounds good? Yes? Okay, great. Should I run the poll now, or should I wait a bit? I can wait a little bit, because it is a little early. But yeah. I feel like I usually, like, putz around on Fridays for a little bit anyway, so perhaps I will putz around a little bit. Some more. Hey, okay, actually, yes, I do have a subject that we can use to putz around with. So, I don't know if you guys know about my dishwasher woes, but obviously, dishwasher of Miztec, very famous. We cooked salmon in it. Ha, yep. An amazing, amazing contraption. However, I am no longer able to cook my salmon in the dishwasher because my heating element, which, well, I thought it was my heating element, just, like, died or something. Did I make salmon in it again? Did it start sprouting salmon? I like how I say dishwasher and you guys immediately start talking about salmon. Like, why is that what I am associated with now? Anyway, so it stopped drying and it stopped being hot. So I was like, okay. I, like, Googled, obviously, and I was like, okay, it seems like it's the heating element. And so I bought a new heating element. I learned how to become a plumber, and I did all the things, unhooked the dishwasher, pulled it out, unhooked everything, removed the old heating element, replaced it. It was awesome. I was like literal straight up PhD plumber. Put it all back together, put it back into the ground, or the ground, whatever, the counter. All of that, and still didn't work. So I'm going to assume it was not the heating element that was wrong. So the only other thing I can think of is that perhaps some of the wiring into the junction box, if not the junction box itself. Although I think if the junction box was fucked up, or like actual wiring, like the rest of the dishwasher wouldn't work. But the dishwasher runs normally, it just doesn't heat. So I don't know what to do now. I'm very pissed because it is so frustrating to have a dishwasher that doesn't dry your shit. Because the reason I use the dishwasher is to save time. And now I'm like literally doubling the amount of time because I have to dry every single thing that comes out of the dishwasher. Bad control board. You got electrocuted trying to adjust the temperature on your water heater? Are you okay? So it's funny because the video that I watched to teach me how to do this whole thing, it was literally like, you need to, so I had to turn off the breaker to the dishwasher. So I did that. And then I had to unwire the entire junction box. So I did that. And then I also unplugged the dishwasher from the wall. Even though obviously with the breaker being off, I feel like that probably would have been enough. But Solo was like, you should just follow what the video says because you never know what kind of like capacitors or whatever are in there. And like it's holding onto whatever charge, you might get electrocuted. You should just do what they say. So it was like a huge ordeal to swap out a heating element, which the heating element part took like 2 seconds, like not even exaggerating or embellishing, like complete just 2 seconds. And then everything else was like what took so long. I don't know. There will be a Snopes article explaining how famous author Ms. Decaron did in fact make salmon in her dishwasher once. You know what I love, Shadow, about that whole thing? Is that you actually believe in me. You probably believe in me more than I believe in myself. And I'm trying really hard to believe in myself because I feel like of all the things that I could do in my life, I feel like that would probably be the thing that I'm built for, if that makes sense. Like, I feel it in my soul, you know? So I don't often believe in myself when it comes to things, but I feel like this is the one thing I could do. So I also appreciate you also appreciating, or you also believing in me. I don't know, but I appreciate you. So I don't know if I should continue to explore parts or I should just like suck it up and buy a new dishwasher. It is Black Friday soon, right? So this is the time of year to do it for sure. I'm just sad because I like for the amount of effort that I expended to like learn how to do it, learn how to fix it, actually fix it. I felt so proud of myself and it just wasn't enough, you know? And so I was like, oh, I was very disappointed when I washed the next round of dishes and it was still wet as fuck and not hot at all. And the worst part, I wouldn't mind, I think, if it was just like wet and that was the only problem. The problem is because this water isn't evaporating, it's leaving like really gross, like obviously I hate dishwater, so this is like really gross for me. Perhaps not as big a deal for other people, but for me specifically, I cannot stand when things are wet. Like when dishes are wet, even if it's clean water technically, even though it's not, it's in the dishwasher, it's not clean. So it's leaving this like film on all my crap where I assume it like normally evaporates, so you don't notice it. But I hate it. I fucking hate it. Like I will take out a, what was it? I have this like small saucepan. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. My brain's blanking. But I use it for like just eggs, like single breakfast. And it comes out and it's just streaked with white shit. And I'm just like, I don't want to see that. Kind of like a skillet, but tiny. It's like a little thing. Gives you the ick. Yeah, I cannot stand dishwater. Like, I think dishwater is the most disgusting thing ever. It is worse than, I would rather lick yogurt lids than like touch dishwater. A small pan. Yeah, I guess pan is the word, not saucepan. I don't know why sauce is throwing me off, but Ugh. You need a savage guy on how to fix the dishwasher, fully annotated and narrated. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the visual guide for... Oh, the worst part is that my dishwasher is quite old and also like one of those like mass-produced GE like builder grade appliances that came with the house. And so it's not even like on the website anymore, but I did find it. And the parts, like, you know how you can go to like GE website and then you can find your appliance and then you can find the parts for that appliance on the website. The part doesn't even exist anymore. They're like, yeah, we don't make this anymore, but you can use this one because it'll fit. So I had to use like a completely new part. And then the video that I found, it wasn't even my dishwasher model, but it was as close as possible to it. So if I made that guide, it would kind of be like pointless because no one has this dishwasher apparently anymore. And then because of that, like my racks on the dishwasher are also like rotting where the like protective coating or whatever has like gotten chips in it or whatever, and so it's just rusting through, and it's literally like rusting and completely rotting. So I was like, okay, if I actually do manage to fix this heating element, I'm gonna buy new racks because the GE website also sells these racks. And because I was unsuccessful, I'm not gonna buy those racks. And at that point, I've already spent like $70 trying to fix it. Like maybe I should just buy a new one. So I don't know. I hate being an adult sometimes, you know? Because it's like, Braddock and I have finally planned a trip, like a holiday actual trip away for the first time in our lives. Well, that's not true. For the first time since like his brother-in-law or his brother's wedding. And that's been like 10 years since then. So we've spent like on our credit card right now is like a lot of money for this trip coming up in March. And I hate, like, I don't want to spend more money. Didn't tell you that we were visiting. I mean, Solu, if you want to come to Miami at the same time, we can visit there. Kid-free trip? Yes. My mom's gonna watch the babies and we are home free. You'll be in Orlando? Which March or which part of March? Because we're gonna be in Miami at the end. If you know, you know. March 3rd? Oh no, we're going for his birthday, the 30th. But we're going to Ultra, if you are into that. So we're excited. But it's so fucking expensive. Like, the tickets alone were $1,000. So, not to mention lodging. The plane was fine. The plane tickets were fine. Except we have to go... So usually it's like, flying out of GSP, you usually have to take a connecting flight because GSP as an airport is tiny. However, we found direct flights, and it's a single route that American Airlines runs from GSP to Miami. Single route, and it only is at the butt crack of dawn and in the middle of the night. Like, very first plane out of GSP and last plane in, basically. And it's the same route every single day, and that was like our only option to do a direct flight, and we took it because no one wants to fly to fucking Charlotte and sit there for 3 hours only to then fly back to Miami. I don't know. Have I ever been to a festival like that? I've been to like rock style festivals of that. I've never been to EDM full festivals, but I've been to, like, I've seen Armin on his own. I've seen deadmau5 on his own. So I've been to like EDM shows, but not like full festivals. You just told Clara that we're going to, well, I mean, if you guys want to join, we'll be there. You paid 800 CAD for your direct flights each? Oof. Yeah. Ours were not too bad. I think it was like so it started off being $375, but by the time I think we actually like checked out, it was probably like $425, something like that, with all the extra crap. You like EDC Vegas more? I would go there, except I fucking hate Vegas. So, you want to see my outfit? Oh my god, no. I'm too old to wear, like, rave outfits anymore. But maybe. We'll see. But it sucks because flying from Canada is usually very expensive for no reason. We are lucky because it's only like an hour flight from where I live. And the flight itself wasn't too bad. Braddock and pasties and a fishnet. Yeah, I could probably get him to wear that, honestly. I could... Do you want me in pasties and a fishnet? Or just him? Do you want us matching? I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I know already a lot of this, which if you don't know what this is like the eyeshadow that's like really shimmery. I don't know, can you see that? But it like goes on. Here, watch this. It's so pretty. So it literally shines and then is like fucking chromatic. Do you see that? That's one swipe of my finger and it looks that good. I can't fucking show you. Can you see it shiny? So I can see me wearing a lot of that. And a lot of glitter, but I don't know about outfits. I got mom body now, you know, I don't really have anything to show off anymore. So we'll see. It's blinding. Yeah, but it's so pretty, right? And usually I feel like you have to use so many colors to get an effect like this, but nowadays it's just like one thing does all the colors, so. Whose idea was it to do Ultra? Mine. It's his birthday, so I wanted to surprise him, but I couldn't keep it a secret because it was too much of an expense and too big of a planning thing. You've had some amazing MAC pigments do that. Yeah, so this is actually from TikTok. It's Adriana Nicole, and it's just like a girl who has a TikTok shop from the States here, and her shit has been really awesome. Why is our CC maxed out? Happy birthday! Yeah, but it was good that I told him because he was like, hey, I've got an American Airlines credit card or whatever the fuck. Where is it, American Airlines? I don't know. He had some credit card that had points on it that we could use for the flights, so. Yeah, I'm excited. This will be Jaina's first plane ride. That's awesome. I am afraid to go on planes with my children because they would be terrible. And by they, I mean Lily. I don't know about Layla yet, but we'll see. Anyway, so back to the dishwasher as we completely detoured. I don't know, because I need, well, I don't need a dishwasher, obviously, first world problem, but I fucking hate washing dishes. And honestly, I get like kind of a trauma response now from the having to wash dishes in cold water from the hurricane nonsense. I don't know. Stilla has gel eyeshadow pigments that are awesome. I will have to look into that. I used to never wear eyeshadow because when I wore glasses, I felt like it was pointless. Like you couldn't really see it. But now that I don't have to wear glasses, I am much more inclined to play with more color instead of just the usual black eyeliner. Okay, anyway. You wear your contacts with makeup? Yeah. But even with contacts, I felt weird. I don't know why. All right, I'm going to set up the poll. Sorry for the delay and the fucking ADHD ramble. Question, what to do? And we got EX1, EX2. I'm actually writing them out this time, don't worry. M1S, M2S. Has there always only been 5 options? I guess so. All right, there we go. Dishwasher fundraiser stream. Hit goal, we get more dishwashers. So the thing is, if I were to buy a new dishwasher, so all of our old appliances, like the appliances that all came with the house, were all GE. And we're like slowly replacing them with Samsung because we're fucking Samsung fangirls. And I like having all of my appliances be on the same little network where I can like stare at my phone and figure out how much longer it is. So it would be a much fancier dishwasher than I currently have from what I'm looking at, because I see Samsung has their sales and stuff. And we might actually be able to cook the dishwasher or the salmon in like a reasonable amount of time, because it took like 4 hours in this dishwasher and there's no way that that's reasonable by any stretch, you know? So maybe, I don't know. I feel like fundraiser things are kind of like, I find them so awkward to do, but I guess if you want to see more dishwasher cooking, it's like a decent tie-in, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. Sous vide is worth the wait. Yeah, like real sous vide though, not like the dishwasher. I actually really like my sous vide, by the way. If anyone ever wants like cooking advice from me, which I know sounds hilarious, but I think my best investment ever has been the sous vide. It was only like $100, but I mean that's still pretty pricey. But I think for the way I cook roast now, the way I make steak now, oh my god, it is brilliant. Like I never fuck up roast ever again, because you know sometimes the crock pot, sometimes you get like an amazing roast and then you do the exact same thing next time and it's just garbage the next time for whatever reason, like it's dry or whatever. Sous vide fixes that like 100% consistency with a sous vide. You will never ever have to worry. Which one do I have? I have the Anova. I got it at Sam's Club or Costco, like one of the two. Anova something or other. Hold on, let me see. I have got the app here. I don't know which one it is, but it's black. I can show you what it looks like. Never mind. They like updated their app. Okay, so the only reason I may not recommend this fully, like I recommend the appliance itself, but their app, they changed their terms of service or something where it's no longer free, but I've been grandfathered in because I've been a member for however long. So technically it's still free for me, but for whatever reason, it like somehow just has so many issues connecting to the actual appliance now through the app. So I just fucking don't use the app anymore. So that kind of annoys me just because it seems like a shitty practice from a company that, you know, uses its consumers to build up themselves and then like shits on them when they're big enough to be able to do so. You know, I don't like that. So I don't necessarily think I would recommend them for that alone. But the appliance itself is great. So you don't have to use the app, honestly. You can control it all from the thing. But anyway, it's like this little black tube. I want to say it's called 2, something like a Nova 2, like V2 or something. I could be wrong. I don't know. You can skip people to M3. Yeah, I can skip to any of the ones because I've cleared technically, right? A sous vide? It sounds too fancy for you. It is fancy, but I promise you, April, it's so easy to use. Oh, I guess technically you also have to kind of stipulate that if you don't already have a vacuum sealer, you probably will need one as well if you're wanting to buy a sous vide, because you do need to vacuum seal the stuff that you put in the sous vide. I mean, I guess well, I don't know if you have to, but if you don't take the air out, it just floats, and that's kind of awkward. Ziploc bags work? Yeah, you just have to make sure you get all the air out, because otherwise your food will float up and it's in a bath of water. So even with the little like gate thingy, like the little crate thing that you push down on it, I feel like it still floats a lot. Anyway, but yeah, April, I feel like I'm not fully certain, but I'm pretty sure this is how restaurants make their steak and stuff to keep them at the proper temperature. And it's why you get like a perfect steak done in like 15 minutes and then served to you, because who the fuck can make a perfect steak in 15 minutes? It's not possible. But I'm pretty sure they all sous vide their shit and then just slap it on the grill just to get like the crust. And banquet people, yeah. Like I think it's like the technology that restaurants and whatever will use. You don't cook? But with this, I know I sound like a crazy person and I'm like selling you stuff. But with this, you can literally, it's like more set it and forget it than like a crock pot or, what's the other set it and forget it thing? I don't remember, whatever the other appliance is. You air fry your frozen steaks. Does that actually work? I've never tried air frying steak. Actually, that's not true. I've tried air frying beef tips, like beef, whatever, stew beef, whatever, to make thing. And I didn't like it. It was not enough. Like I needed more seasoning, more flavoring, more juiciness, and it was just like kind of bland beef. A pressure cooker? Is that set it and forget it? Is that the original set it and forget it? I think it might be, right? Yeah. A Dutch oven? A Dutch oven is just like a pot though, right? But you can make pot roast in a Dutch oven, and I still feel like that can sometimes be inconsistent. Use it more than your slow cooker? That's fair. Yeah, so I gotta figure out the dishwasher. Decide if I want to buy one. The one that I saw, it's weird because Braddock linked me one. Or he linked me a screenshot of one. And in his screenshot, it says it's $679, saving $500. So it's like almost half off on the Samsung website. But then if I physically go to the Samsung website on a browser and find the same one. Oh, I closed it. Never mind. It's like way more expensive than what he showed me. So I don't know how he has this special price. Maybe he has like a Samsung credit or something on his account and it's showing as if it's applied, but don't buy Samsung. Oh, why not? Because I already have like half my house be Samsung. It's funny because I feel like your mileage very much varies when it comes to appliances. Because we've had people tell us that they prefer LG and some people prefer this and that, and we've never had experiences that work or like are the same, if that makes sense. Which is why we started, like, we chose Samsung, and I've had no issues with our Samsung. If any of them ever break, most appliance repair store refuses to fix Samsung. Why? Also, warranty. Like, Samsung warranty. Like, I don't think I would buy any major appliance without a warranty, because you never know, right? And that shit is expensive. You must go to Samsung. You must fly to Korea. Bring your dishwasher. You have to lug it up the stairs all by yourself. Obviously, I don't think that's what you meant, but that's what like came into my mind. Also, are we actually doing M3? Do people want to do M3? I see that's what came up, but is that for real? All right, let's do M3. I have not done callouts for M3, but I know the fight very well because it's a piece of shit fight and it takes forever, but it's very, very, very straightforward. It's honestly easier than M2, I personally think. But the DPS check might be harder, I think. But I don't know if we'll see the end of it today. We might. I agree. I think the pacing is very slow for M3. I find it very, very boring. But it's like a, okay, so it's weird because it's a fun fight and I really like the mechanics on their own. But overall as a fight, I find it very slow and very boring. Max, I've already cleared as well. So, and I have to like drag people through, or whatever, like pony people up. You re-injured your wrist? I'm sorry, that sucks. M2 feels slower and M3 feels fast? Really? That's wild. Cheating the fight. Woo! All welcome. Discord required. No experience necessary. By the way, if you would like to join, we are on Primal Data Center. Password will be 8008. Should I heal on this or tank? I guess it doesn't matter. We'll set this as both. Should I go paladin? Or, again, it doesn't matter. Re-injure your injury to be trained to prevent your injury. That sounds awful. We forgot to add, will likely be murdered by Mistech. Yeah. Join to be murdered by Mistech. Cross off your bucket list today. Okay. There you go. Join. The calm before the storm of M4S. Yeah, but I feel like the calm is too calm. It's too boring. But it's not okay, so it's not the, like I said, it's a weird feeling because it's not that the fight is boring. Oh. I think it's better to say that the pacing is boring. Like the pacing is slow and I don't know. the mechanics themselves, I think, are really fun. Like, the whole tag team mechanic, I think, is super fun. The way that, you know, like, the mechanics change and get, like, embellished the more he drinks his draft. Like, I feel like that's super cool. And, like, everything about it is cool. I think it's the pacing itself, like, just the pacing that sucks butt. You had to do physical therapy for your physical therapy. Hey, I feel like, I don't know, maybe if it's like an age thing, but I didn't need physical therapy until obviously A, I had a child, and B, I guess the other one was also child related, but it was my wrist instead of my down there. And so I am like a huge like believer and proponent for physical therapy now because of how amazing they did for my wrist and how amazing they did for my pelvic floor. Like everything, I don't know, like I don't know if I just had amazing physical therapists, but they both fixed everything that was wrong. So I don't know. I was impressed because my wrist, I was so worried. I was like, the amount of pain that I'm in and the amount of like, or like the lack of movement that I have, I literally thought that I would never like recover because of how like specific. And if you remember, it was like way in here, right? Like I thought it was my scaphoid, and he pinpointed exactly where it was. It wasn't the scaphoid at all. It was like some random fucking tendon down here. And he literally found, like, he was making shit up basically because he was like, it's so rare to have someone like injure what I had injured. And he was literally like coming up with exercises that weren't like traditional wrist exercises that literally fixed whatever I had done to my wrist. So am I still doing the exercises they gave me? No, because I don't need to. Like I'm literally like cured, if you will. I have all this stuff for it. So like he let me keep I basically got like stress putty almost for it. And I got like the bands of like varying strength so that I have like, and I remember the exercises and all that. So like if it ever comes back, I can do it. But honestly, like you're gonna need to go. I recommend it. Like it was so good, like so good. Both times, like they both fixed. And like, I don't know, this might be TMI, so if you don't want to hear about vaginas, I'm sorry, but for my pelvic floor, I literally thought that I had, like, this might be painful or to hear or whatever, but the pain that I was experiencing was literally like on the side, kind of, and I literally thought that it was just going to be broken forever, and then somehow she fixed it. Like, my skateboard? Wait, what? Scaphoid. Not skateboard. Skateboard, yeah. But yeah, like, I'm telling you, physical therapy, if your insurance covers it or if you can afford it, absolutely do it. Because sometimes that's what you need. As a C-section mom. Yeah, so it's weird because I'm not sure which of the two I would prefer now that I've had both. I think C-section recovery was way worse than the other one recovery. However, the other one recovery was also really bad because people don't tell you this, but you literally cannot sit down for like 2 weeks. If you remember, I was streaming on a pillow, the circle little donut pillow. Yeah, that was a necessity. That wasn't like, oh, I'm being cute. I'm sitting on a donut. No, that was necessity. For my pelvic floor, it was so. Some of it was pelvic, like core strengthening and whatever. Like I had a lot of exercises that did core stuff, but there was also like a kind of like scar massage type deal that she was doing on the inside, which I know sounds weird, but they have this like contraption that literally looks just like a giant hook and you like stick it in there and you use that to kind of like massage where you either tore or have stitches or whatever. Kinda ultra. I don't really know if that's what she was talking about. But my psoas muscles were part of what she was targeting as well. Especially the ones that go like in like super deep inside in your pelvis where it's like hard to get just from like squats and shit. Rosalara and April. I know. So part of the reason why I sometimes, sprinkle this in is to help with that, because trust, you never know what's going to happen to you when you go through it, and sometimes you need that. Bodies scare you? Absolutely. They should. They're fucking terrifying. They're freaky as hell. But yeah, physical therapy though. 100% highly recommend. I was so impressed with both of them. Completely wild, different issues, and they still somehow pinpointed exactly what was wrong and then fixed it. And I don't think I've ever had like a doctor do that. You know what I mean? Like, luckily I haven't had like injuries where I've had to worry about that. But yeah, they're really good. This isn't getting rid of your baby fever. It's not? Okay, here, let me send you, actually, maybe I can show you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Layla's new thing right now is if she doesn't want something, she will take it from you as if she wants it and then stick her hand out and just throw it. Like, so I had a video of her just taking her macaroni and throwing it, and she like looks you in the eyes while she does this. I don't know. Spit up everywhere. I don't know how to combat that because I've had two pretty decent babies. Outside of the very traumatic birthing experience of the second one, that is probably the only thing that for me alone is the only thing that will never make me pregnant ever again. Yes, I have two now. Two. But yeah, especially now with like the climate and the fucking how awful maternal care is in this country, I will never ever get pregnant again. But she said a big sister. Well, I mean, you could technically adopt a bigger sister. You don't know how to take care of kids. Yeah, it's cute. But yeah. I think with physical therapy being so good after the first one, I was like, I can do anything! I have unlocked the secrets to, health. Going to PT. I don't know. He doesn't like sharing at preschool? That's so cute. Oh my god, today Lily, Lily's starting to have ideas of her own, which is really weird. Because when she started talking, she would just like repeat what you said, or she would like learn to answer your questions. And now she's forming her own thoughts, which is the craziest thing to me right now. But okay, so we drove past this place that was like putting up their Christmas decorations. And they were basically blowing up a giant Grinch on their roof. And I was like, hey, look, it's Santa Claus. And then we passed by and I realized it was the Grinch. And I was like, oh, it's actually the Grinch. And then she goes, I want to decorate for Christmas. And I was like, okay, well, we just have to get all of our stuff out of the attic. And then she goes, Daddy has big, strong muscles. He can go to the attic and, well, she didn't say exactly this, but she basically said that he needs to go to the attic and get down all the Christmas decorations. But the Daddy has big, strong muscles made me laugh, like cackle, because I don't think I've ever said that to her, for her to like know that combination of words. I mean, Braddock might have said it to her, because let's be real, it's Braddock, but I don't know where she got that from, so she's just like managed to put this all together on her own and somewhat associate it with like strength that is required to take all this stuff out of the attic. So I don't know, I thought it was really cute. It's super cute. Yay! We are full. Oh my gosh. And we have, I think, people that have cleared this, so you guys can help me with my callouts, because I'm probably gonna fuck it up. Okay, here we go. Da 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 da. Create invite. Here we go. Excuse me. Yeah, but it's been really cool. Like, they're really sweet. And they're really sweet to each other, which is honestly really nice. So the Samsung website says that to install, it would cost like $120 extra. And now that I'm like basically a plumber, maybe I should just do it myself. But I want them to take it away, take the old one away. And I think that's included in the install. So what do I do? Going to M3S forfeits my M2S clear for the week. Oh, to the new people. Yes, that's true. BT dubs. Doing this and skipping will make you ineligible for loot in M1S and M2S. So if that matters to you, GTFO. Happy face. That should be included in the delivery. It should be, but it's not. Oh, and it's actually an extra $15 to haul away the old appliance. I don't know. This one seems really fancy, and it is literally almost, it's like $600 off. Does the original price being way more expensive than any of the other dishwashers I've looked at, does that make it a better dishwasher? Or is that just like marketing? It's worth for them to haul. Yeah, especially since I don't have a truck anymore. I can't like just stick it on my truck and drive it to the dump myself. Otherwise I would, but I don't have a truck anymore. Wait until Cyber Monday? No, these are all Black Friday deals that I'm looking at already. I'm not gonna buy a non-dealed appliance 2 weeks before Black Friday. But it's not Black Friday. Yeah, but companies still do all the Black Friday deals all the fucking month of November because Black Friday is no longer a thing. So you just have to, you know, deal with the fucking exploitation the entire month. All right. Am I... Hello?
Hello.
Wonderful. I wasn't sure if my headset was working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Because we're not
7,
real.
8.
We're all in your head.
Oh my god. It makes so much sense now. If you're not getting run over at a Walmart, it's not Black Friday. Yeah, but this is America. If you're not getting shot at Walmart, then it's not Black Friday. Walmart told you it's Black Friday this week. Literally, that's why I was like looking at deals. I was like, maybe. I just want book deals, okay? If I can get more pretty books, which by the way, I have bought more pretty books. I don't know if you can see. Can you even see this? Hold on. So, okay, I've got 2 books there, 2 books here. They're all pretty. Oh shit, you can't see because the chat's in the way. Chat, why are you in the way? But my entire top of this is now full of books. It's pretty bad. I've run out of space. And I don't have space in the bookshelf anymore. Oh my god, it's November already. How many have I read? Shut the fuck up! Oh yeah, you like my keyboard collection? I don't have it lit up right now, but there it is. This is actually technically my Corsair collection because I've got the headsets down here and I've got some mice up there too. How many have I read? Okay, surprisingly, I actually have read like at least 4 of them. I've read those 2. I just bought them because they were special edition of books that I've already read because I really like the books. I've read that one, the blue one underneath. I have not read the red one. Oh, my head's in the way. Never mind. I've read this bottom one, but I have not read this top one. And then from that side, I think I've read... I've actually read 7, so that's not that bad. Mind you, there are like 30 over there, but still. Of course, I started with the bottom. Listen. Listen. It's Friday night. Okay. 1 second. If I just do this, does it give you the warning and all that? But it still lets you hear, right? I don't have to do anything special.
Yeah, I think it'll tell you on this screen.
Does everyone have food in pots? I didn't do a ready check. I just wanted to see if it was going to work. But I will do a ready check now. You don't need food in pots. Well, I mean, food would be nice, but you don't necessarily need pots until we, I guess, see Enrage. Okay, great. Let's do this. So just a quick disclaimer before we get in there. Like I said, I have not called this out for MTQniversity yet, so this will be the first time. There will be some kinks in how I figure out how to do my callouts, but the fight itself is pretty straightforward, and I do it weekly, so I feel like it's not anything that I need to work out mechanic-wise. It's just how I wish to speak to you. So bear with me while I figure that out. And I don't think I am aware of anything weird that Party Finder does, so if anyone is familiar with Party Finder strats, or if you see me like veering away from a Party Finder strat, please let me know, because I would like to do as close to Party Finder as possible. And I want to say our strat is basically what people do in Party Finder, because I don't know, I feel like this fight is very much a one set of strats, I guess. I don't think there can be really that much variation, but we'll see.
You are variation, but
yeah, you are basically Party Finder.
Okay, great.
Also, in the event that Miz fucks it up, I will correct her.
Wonderful.
I think some people do like the knockback stuff for the tower bit, but I think other than that, it's
Party Finder rides the wave.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Almost all the groups I've done have had them not immune it.
And this is for the transition knockback, or all of the knockbacks?
The towers. One with all the towers.
Oh, the towers. Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Some people decide knockback is the way to go when it feels so awful to do.
Really? I like it, because it's kind of like you're just getting ping-ponged all across the room. It's cute. But yeah, it sucks for uptime, I think. Okie dokie, friends. Let's start with, first off, Blitz, do you want to main tank or off tank?
I can try.
You cut out. I heard I can try and then didn't hear anything.
I'll try to main tank. I'll do it.
Okay, great. All right, let's do clock positions around the 1 here. Basically, we need clock positions, we need partner pairs. From my understanding, I believe this is what the waymarkers look like for Party Finder. Oh, actually, no, this is wrong. I have the wrong waymarkers. I just realized. Yeah, the colors are wrong. Does anyone have waymarkers? And before I said
These are up now.
These are correct?
Yes.
So Party Finder does clockwise instead of counterclockwise?
No, they do these ones here.
Yeah, that's what I need. I'm gonna
Yeah,
rewrite
that's
mine.
what
Okay, so basically, from your clock position here, support players will be rotating clockwise to form partner pairs. So, for example, I am on Charlie, which is blue, and I just go to the 3, which is also blue. So everyone has a color that they're associated with their partner, and so you just have to keep that in mind, and also keep your own clock position in mind. The waymarkers obviously are going to stay like this the entire fight, so that was not clockwise. I meant counterclockwise. What did I say? Yeah, it's definitely...
Clockwise.
I'm so sorry. Analog clocks, what are those?
Even started.
Well, I was hoping by me saying the colors, then it made sense, but I guess it didn't. So, my bad, counterclockwise. The opposite of a clock direction. But, again, you don't have to think of the clock, you can just think of the colors. For example... Blitz, you are red, so you will always be on either the 1 or the A. You know, that type of deal. I'll always be on the blue, etc. Does anyone not understand that? Since I explained it the most roundabout way possible. Okay, perfect. So there will be a couple mechanics where you have to do partners. Honestly, the boss starts with a mechanic that is either, when he does the cast, it will either say Octo Boom or Quadra Boom, whatever. Anytime you see Octo, that is a single spread mechanic, so everyone is around the boss in their clock position. If you see Quadro, that is usually with your partner. So if you see Quadro for this first mechanic, we will all be standing, or the supports will be moving counterclockwise to stand with their DPS partners. And throughout the fight, that happens a lot. So for the first part, that first mechanic happens, you will see him turn to face one of the corner or one of the edges of the platform, very similar to normal mode where he'll jump over there and then do stuff. When he is doing that, again, look at his cast bar. He will either be casting Octo whatever or Quadra whatever. And this first phase where he's not like full of steroids, he will just do a distance-based AoE when he jumps to the edge. So we all have to kind of wait away from him as he jumps, like get as far away from him as possible, or rather get as far away from where he is jumping and then go back in. And then when you go back in, it will either be as a spread around him or as partner stacks around him. So as an example, if he jumps behind him, actually no, if he jumps over here, like on our edge here, and it's a spread, I'm gonna have the melee do this. So Blitz, you will always be inside, like underneath where the boss is, where he jumps, right on the edge of the arena, and I will always be at max melee. And then the two melee, you guys will be just on either side at max melee as well, and that will give us all melee uptime. So basically, as soon as he jumps over, we can all gap close and then get in our positions, and there's plenty of time. As long as you go directly to your spot to spread, you'll have plenty of time to spread. And then for, this is just for the melee,
almost weekend. Good luck
for the stack mechanic, say the boss jumps over here where the 1 is. For partners, you can have one of the melee groups here, one of the melee groups here. I think my person was Latko, right? And Blitz, you are with Max, I assume then? Right? Max is what, a Viper? Yeah, so actually, main tank I think goes towards the left, and I'll go over to the right side here. So whoever's on the left side, whatever DPS is on the left side, will stack with you, Blitz, and I will stack over here. Okay, so I will stack with Max, you will stack with Zlatko. Just on the side of the boss. That one's a lot more forgiving because it's not as much space requirement, but the spread mechanic, that one for melee specifically, is a little bit tighter because everyone wants uptime. And then for all the ranged players, you guys have, like, say he jumps over here, back on this wall, you guys literally have, like, the entire back to kind of work with. For this one, that is just a jump and a proximity. You guys can stay on that far edge and just kind of cast from there. You can move in. I don't think people have, like, set spots for the, I mean, they probably do for the spread, but I've never noticed to see what they are or where they are specifically, so you guys can probably work that out as you do it. And then for your partner stacks, there's going to be one group of right here and one group right here, basically, like kind of left and right, again the same way with your partner. Okay, so there's that. There's a tank buster right at the beginning, Blitz. For that, you can home gang. There's an AoE blast. So every AoE blast and every tank buster that he does in this fight, in each phase, is like, so it starts off being 4 hits, or maybe it's 6. I think it's 4 to begin with. And then every time he drinks his little steroid, it adds another 2. So it goes 4, 6, 8. And so Blitz, you will home gang the first one, and then we'll share the rest until the last phase when he drinks his second draft. Then you will once again home gang the first tank buster in that, and then I will hollow ground the next one so that the really beefy versions of the tank buster will just have immunities for. Let me think. What else is there? I think I'm just going to explain that for now because it is a lot of like random tiny mechanics like this that will repeat throughout the entire encounter. And then we will see like the fuses and the tag team and all that will start to come up. But I think until we get to them and see them, I'm not going to explain them just because I feel like it's going to be too much for people that are new to this. So does anyone have questions about the positions, the quadra, octo, partner stack versus spread, anything like that? Oh, Bomber's a good, yeah, okay, let me actually do, actually quickly kind of somewhat explain Bomber, because when we get there, I'm going to try to do on the call flyouts, or on the fly callouts, there we go.
I just meant that's we appreciate.
Yeah. So there will be these knockback circles, very similar, like identical to what they look like in normal mode, if you remember normal mode. And when you stand in them, they will knock you back from the center of the circle itself. And so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to have the tanks in melee go with the boss where I pull him, either in the north or the west. And then the ranged, you guys will go to the other side opposite us, either east or south. And we are going to take the center tower knockback first. And from there, we have to split into two groups again. So same position. If you guys remember the, like for melee specifically, the position where you go either left or right with your partner to take the shared damage, we're going to do those same partners left or right from the center. And you're basically just going to have to position yourself inside the knockback tower to aim for the next corner, like the left corner far across the opposite side. When we get there, you will see what I'm talking about. But just kind of keep that in mind. And so also for range, same thing. Like whoever your partner stack is, you're going to go either left or right in the same manner and get knocked towards that corner. And then from that corner, you will get knocked towards the center, and then we all adjust in the center and get knocked behind the boss. So lots of stuff happening there. I know you don't know what it looks like yet, but just keep that in mind loosely if you can. And then when we get to it, hopefully my on the fly callouts will be enough to get us somewhat through it. But that's fine. We can talk about it again when we wipe to it. Not a big deal. All right. Anything up to that point? You're last as fuck. I know. I'm so sorry. It's definitely one of those, like, you have to see it, and once you see it, you'll realize it's not as, like, complicated. Okay. I'm sorry. You could have just told me to shut up and, like, just pull. We could also do that. Feel free.
You forgot one mechanic.
Which one?
The mechanic where I have to try my hardest not to do an impression of the boss every time we pull.
I mean, go for it, because no, you should.
Do it, Max. Don't be a coward. Dale, compadre.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm sure mine will be way cringier.
I take it back. I want Miz to do it.
We'll do it together, like of course. When does the kitty LB? When she gets LB3. Okay, let's go ahead and pull, and we will embarrass you with our renditions of the boss's voice. Very first thing, though, we will need clock position, so you might as well go ahead and get ready in that. You can pull him to the center. He will jump to the center, so it's not a big deal if you're not perfectly center.
I'll blow you to smithereens!
Oh, perfect! It's so cool! Basically identical.
Thank you.
This is an AoE blast. It's going to be 4 hits. Be ready, healers. This is the Home Gang Tank Buster. It's got 4 hits as well. Alright, get ready for either Quadra or Octo. It is Octo. Everyone clock positions. Oh, and get away from the boss. Get away from the boss. You want to be like past max melee. There you go. Perfect. Alright, he is diving towards Alpha. Everyone get away, go around Charlie, and it's Octo again, so we are spreading after him. We can all get close in. Yeah, you gotta go pretty far past the sea, because it's pretty gross. Here's another AoE blast. Is it over already? Excellent, okay. Alright, so what killed us there is, the proximity-based damage that he does for his little jump is very significant. It's very similar to, if you ever did Titan, Uru Titan, it's kind of that, where it's like, if you're on this side of the pixel, you will instantly die, and if you're on this tiny little, like, step away, you will be fine. So you just have to make sure that you are pretty far. Like I would say if you see the line of the marker here, as long as you're on this side of it, you should survive. And I would recommend Blitz for you and me to save one gap closer if you have it up for that. Just to get back into the boss instantly, because you will have to make your way like right underneath him, right on the edge. And if you find that you are not able to do that, just let me know, and then we can maybe swap positions or something, because I should have a gap closer myself there. But we'll see how it goes now that we've seen it a bit. All right, so Iggy's gonna stand there. Azim, you can basically, you're saying to stand here? Yeah, and then you guys are collapsing together to share if it's a quadra, right? Perfect, great. And then on this side, everyone knows where they're going. So Indigo, yeah, you would be roughly around here. You're basically just mirroring Azim and Iggy over there. And your partner would be Culp or Duo right here. Yeah, and you can, like you guys can stack around the 4, I would say, for Quadra. And this is just your spread position. Perfect. Yeah, so as soon as he leaps, like we basically are staying away from where he's leaping until he leaps, because that's the initial damage that we need to survive. And then as soon as he's like landed, you can gap close to him, instantly get underneath him, get on the edge. And I will also be gap closing, but I'm gonna move away from him to max melee instead of, so we should be away from each other. There's like a second, I would say, before the shared or single damage applies. So we have a little bit of a moment to adjust to our spread positions. We just have to use it, basically. Okay, anyone have questions of what we saw just now?
Blitz, one more specific thing for you. Use your shake at 5 seconds of the countdown.
Shake at 5 seconds, yeah, for that first thing. Oh, also, Blitz, I can... If you want to do all of the tank busters, like you obviously don't have to do the first one, but you can do all the tank busters and I can do all of the AoE brutal impacts for reprisal.
Sounds good.
Because I think outside of that, there's probably not anything that's too crazy. Well, as we get deeper into the fight, we will probably have to change reprisal for some other things, but for the beginning here, we can start like that.
Yeah, there's a few things along the way, but that's it for the most part.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said shake it off when?
When the countdown is at 5 seconds.
Okay.
It's like the only bit of optimization you can do, but it's easy.
Does that mean he has shake for every brutal impact?
More or less, yes.
Cool. Okay, ready to pull when you are. Hi Stump, how's it going?
I think the timer allows for every other brutal impact.
So this is Hollow Ground. I did forget to mention this first Lariat, whatever, is that big point blank AoE circle. You guys were good at moving away, but it is slightly bigger than max melee, so make sure you do move out as melee. All right, Quadruple, we are doing partners at outside of max melee, basically on the markers. Perfect. Okay, he is jumping. He's going to Alpha again, so make sure you are back here. Oh, I actually did not pay attention to it. I think it was Quadra? No, it was the spread. Good job spreading. All right, another big AoE blast. Or 4 hits, rather. All right, this is where we're going to see the knockback towers and all that up here. So melee are going to follow the tanks, either north or to the west. And supports you guys are going... Or sorry, supports in range are going south, and we're going north. So from this position here in the middle, you want to split into 2. Oh, over here, Blitz, in the middle. It's okay. We can just see how this is kind of going. If you'll notice, he's in a corner right now, and he's casting his little green spit. and that is a 270-degree spit with only the very back of him free. And so what we're doing with those towers is, I know it looks very like confusing right now, but it's super simple, I promise. What we're doing with those towers is we're trying to make sure all of them are soaked as the bombs come down on them, while also getting knocked into the correct direction to then end up behind him at the end of it all. So if we miss a tower, we're gonna get a crazy bleed, which is survivable as long as we don't get too many stacks of the bleed. So healers, you know, if that happens, you can try to continue it. But I don't recommend it. And you also need to be careful not to angle yourself too severely that you end up in the wall, because you're just gonna die if that happens. Okay, but as you saw, those 2 rows first spawned. And so melee, which is tanks and the melee, will either go to the north side or the west side, depending on how they spawned. Yeah, basically what Iggy wrote. And then ranged healers and ranged players will be either south or east. In the case that we just did, it was north and south. And so we're always going to take the middle tower of whatever the first lane that spawns first. And inside that middle tower, so I'm going to put down a blue marker here just so we can kind of visualize it a bit. Okay, so the middle tower spawns first, and if you can picture, the very center of this tower is where the knockback is originating from. And the way that this happens is from here, for both groups, this applies to either group, wherever you're starting from. You're going to split into 2 with your partner. So from what I understand, Azim is with Shuri and Duo is with Indigo, right? And generally, Duo and Indigo are on the left stack, and then Azim and Iggy are on the right stack, right? So using that positioning as like your default, what we're gonna do is you're gonna split into 2, and Indigo and Culp will be kind of on the left side of the knockback marker and aiming towards where that 2-way marker is. So you're aiming towards the left corner, versus Azim and Iggy, you guys are gonna be a little bit on the right side, and you're aiming yourself towards the B, or the right corner across the platform. Does that make sense? For you guys, at least for the ranged and support group?
Crystal clear for me.
Perfect. And when I said be careful with your angle, it is very easy. Like 1 pixel step to the side is enough to send you into the wall. So what I like to do is I like to just basically draw a line in my brain from the corner tower through your character to where the center of the middle tower is. And as long it's instead of like being over here, it's very much more like closer towards the center of the platform, if that makes sense. Like it's not that much of an angle. Yeah, better to miss and go slightly towards the center and potentially miss your tower than it is to get hit into the wall, because you just die if you're in the wall. And if you miss your tower by a split second, you have a moment to adjust. And if you miss it completely, honestly, not a big deal, because we can usually heal through the 1 stack until we get used to it. Okay, so that's for the ranged and melee. And now for us, the tanks and stuff, we're going to do the same thing, where Miztech and Max, we are going to go towards the right corner, the Bravo, from this position. And Blitz and Slatko, sorry, my brain stopped reading for a second. You guys will be going to the left corner tower. So yeah, position yourself like that towards the corner. Once you're in that corner, same thing, you're gonna position yourself to be knocked directly to the center. We're gonna take the center tower as the final tower, and then from the center, every single person is going to angle themselves to land behind, like into the corner behind the boss. So the boss will jump around in this phase, whatever, mini phase, and he will always like stop somewhere, stop in one of the corners, turn to face the center, and start casting his green shit. And so wherever he lands, that's kind of around the time that we are starting to be knocked around. And as soon as you get knocked back into the center, you can like look around, find him. And I will also obviously call it, but you're basically from the center, knocking yourselves straight through the boss to get behind him. Does anyone have questions about that? This is definitely one of those things where you kind of have to do it and experience it to fully understand it. But as long as you know, like if you're going left or right for the second knockback, or sorry, the first knockback, and then into the center for the second knockback, and then behind the boss for the third knockback. That's basically it. The hardest part is just getting the angle right for the first knockback and going in the proper direction. Okay. No questions for that? Great. If we happen to get further, there will be some repeat of mechanics and stuff right there. But if we happen to get further and we end up with something called tag team, he's going to add ads on the platform, and one of them will be linked to you with a chain. And all you have to do, if we get there, is find the one that is linked to you. And that's all I will say. I'm not going to burden you with too much knowledge, but just keep that in mind. Okay. Any questions so far? If not, we can go ahead. So the only variances that we may see here is we might not get Octo, we might get Quadro for the dive and the Lariat, so just keep that in mind that that might be different in this beginning part here, but it's still very simple. Whoopsies, I just pressed the weirdest button. Sorry, Blitz. I like slapped my hand on my keyboard and somehow pressed configure. Of all buttons. Alright, this is Home Gang. Everyone get ready for either Octo or Quadro. Lariat with the big circle around him. Okay, we're doing partners on the numbers. Make sure you wear outside of max melee so you don't get hit. It's very annoying for uptime. Perfect. He will be jumping next. All right, going to Alpha again. Make sure you were back here on this far edge. And it is Quadro, so we're going to be partners. Partners, partners. Gap in close with your partner. Perfect. Another AoE blast here. All right, next up, we're going to get those knockback towers popping up. First, we're going to check to see if it's north, south, or east and west. Remember which direction you are going to, and we're going to the middle tower first. Okay, north and south. So melee and tanks to the north. Make sure you position yourself either left or right, depending on what corner you want to end up in. Here comes the first knockback. All right, position towards the middle tower next, and position towards the boss. Okay. Not bad. So we missed a tower soak from the get-go, from the first knockback.
It was my partner.
No worries. Yes, it is. The
yeah.
angle is very, very specific. And trust me, I know this very well because I am the person that always gets knocked into the wall like an idiot. But if you follow that like line strat, like if you can just imagine like a ruler going from the center of the tower through your body, you want to kind of be at that angle towards the corner. It gets easier as you practice it. Like you'll come to realize that it's not as like a direct sideways angle. It's more like closer to the middle. I don't know how to explain it.
I think what also might help as well is you actually have fixed positions essentially because of what tower you're taking.
Yep, basically.
So if you know the people in the south tower, is it Iggy and Azam who are on the right side of the tower? So for example, you would be at 2 if it was you fire yourself at 2. If you were south, and if it was east, you'd fire yourself at 1, for example.
Yeah,
I'm
he's just saying as like a set position for you. Like you're always looking towards either one of those 2 markers from the middle of the tower.
Yeah, I'm not saying you might miss it, Adam. I'm just saying it for an example. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's only the second time that we've seen it, and we'll definitely like you'll find your spot basically for it and get used to it, and you'll get used to the timing of each knockback as well, and like how much time you have in between the knockbacks to adjust for the next tower. It is very quick, so you do have to be like ready to go. Yeah, that's a good tip too. The arrows on the actual tower itself. The only reason I don't suggest that is because there are a lot of people standing on it, so it's sometimes hard to see the arrows. But yeah, that's also a great way to look, because the arrows will point you in the direction that they are going to knock you, if that makes sense. Like if you're standing on a line of arrows, that's the direction you're going. I did that yesterday, Ravazi. Like I literally did that, and on like multiple attempts too. It was pretty bad. All right, 4 hits of AoE. followed by Home Gang Tank Buster. And everyone can get, or start to think about their clock positions here. We've got either Octo or Quadro Lariat coming up. This is the big circle, and either partners or spread. It is partners, so stand with your partner on the number. Excellent. Next knockback. He's going to Delta this time, so make sure you go on Bravo side. And this is also spread. Everyone spread after him. Spread, spread, spread. Max melee for every melee here. Ooh, Bliss, you gotta go further in. And it looks like you guys might have clipped yourselves. We will need to reset here just because we don't have healers for this. And we can't practice the tower knockbacks. For that one specifically, you guys can be... like, we know the cast before he jumps. So if you see Octo right away, you can immediately, for that one at least, you can immediately just spread and plant, and you should be fine. I will also call it a little bit sooner as I practice myself, because right now I'm like, oh, here comes the jump, and then I'm like, oh wait, I guess I need to tell you which one it is, if it's Octo or Quadro. So I'm a little late on the call out myself, but I will do that a little faster so that you guys can prepare far in advance. I think I was also preoccupied a little bit with like telling melee to make sure they were spread there. I forgot about you guys. You can be very sloppy as long as you're not sloppy into the wall, because that's like, you know, final death. But if you angle yourself like towards the center and stuff, you do have time to adjust and be sloppy with it for sure. Absolutely. Home gang here. Okay, we're gonna have clocks or partners soon. It is partners, meeting your partner on the numbers. Watch the point blank. He's diving to Alpha, so come over on the Charlie side. This is, oh sorry, this is spread, 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 spread. Everyone spread. Beautiful, good job. Another AoE blast, 4 hits. Alright, we will be getting knockback towers very soon here. So you're either going north or west if you are melee or a tank, or you are going east or south as a healer or ranged. Alright, north and south. From the middle tower, you split with your partner to go into your corner. Make sure you angle yourself correctly. Here comes the knockback. Okay, adjust to get punted center. And then back behind the boss. So get in the center tower, behind the boss. Not bad! Alright. So the thing with the center tower specifically, if you try to greed a GCD, unless you are like landing on the boss, like when you get knocked in that direction, you will not make it in time. And I know this as a tank that is greedy. So if you were trying to get uptime there, and I know it's kind of obnoxious to do so depending on where he jumps, but if you can manage to, or if you want to try to get uptime, from your corner knocking into the center, you can angle yourself towards the boss so you can like hit him as you're sliding past him, but you have to immediately get into the center because there is like basically no time. It will look like you're in the center, but because of the server ticks and shit, trust me, like you will get like marked as if you weren't in there, and it's kind of obnoxious. So if you want to try to get that GCD off, you have to aim yourself to the boss, but not far enough away that you're away from the center. Sometimes it's just not worth it, but you can play with it and see how you get it. But yeah, that was almost perfect. I think what happened there is we had a couple of people late, and then they got hit, or late coming in to behind the boss. I don't know if you guys didn't get hit by that center knockback or you missed it or something. But it looks like you got hit by the breath as well, and that's going to kill you because it's a lot of damage.
You can stand 2 on the middle of those and not get knocked back at all. which is a bad thing.
You can stand on the. What do you mean?
When on the knockback, you can actually stand too far in the center of the circle, and it won't.
Oh,
knock you back, and you'll just
I see what
be
you're
stuck,
saying.
So it might have happened. I didn't see.
That maybe, yeah. That's wild. And then for that knockback where you go behind the boss, do make sure you are angled like into the corner and not to the sides like I sometimes do, because it will kill you when you hit that wall. But yeah, does everyone kind of slowly, like you're slowly getting the pacing for it? Like I said, it is pretty fast, but the more we do it, it will slow down a bit. Okay, as long as you remember corners first, then to the center, and then behind boss. That's what you're aiming for. Great. Ready, check for questions, and let me know. Yes, and if we do have like bleeds and stuff, like I said, we can survive 1 or 2. Are we pulling or are we not? And as Sako said, not ready.
I thought it was ready to check for questions, so I said no because I have no questions.
Oh, I see. That works too. It's like the phasmophobia thing that makes no sense to me, where you are... Oh, I apparently pulled. I'm just gonna hollow ground this. Just careful, because it is hitting me. Oh, okay.
Ow.
Poor Max.
He's fucking dead!
So that tank buster very much works like other shared tank busters, where it's like a chance to hit whoever's in the thing. Yeah. Sorry, that's my bad. I forgot my tank stance on. I apologize. That was Ms. Murder. Well, that was Ms. Murder for Max specifically, and I guess Blitz. Everyone else still is owed a Ms. Murder.
How much did Solu pay you?
Not enough. All right, stank stance is off. Are we gonna see knockback towers in Fru?
Oh, you know, with solo max.
Yes, probably. We're gonna see knockback towers with lights rampant.
She'd be honest about it.
Would I? AoE blast. ×4. Home gang. Tank buster. ×4. Okie dokie. Everyone start thinking about your clock positions. Let's see what it is. Point blank circle plus groups or whatever, partners on the letter, the numbers. All right, he's jumping to Charlie. Everyone go to Alpha. This is spread. Everyone's spreading. Spread, 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 spread. Spreading. Very nice. AoE blast ×4. Okie dokie. Knockback towers are incoming. They can either be north and south or east and west. It is east and west. And we're going to the middle tower first. Getting knocked back to the corner that you were assigned to. To the center now, towards the center. In the center, behind the boss, behind the boss. Okay, so we are still missing 2 tower soaks, which is the 2 bleeds that we just got there. So we gotta figure out that and what trouble we're having.
That was my bad. I hit inner release.
Oh, the
No
worst.
knockback. That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would probably do the same thing because I don't know how warrior works, but yeah, that sucks. Was that both times then? Like both towers were from you not being knocked back? Okay, perfect. That explains that. Any other questions? All right, let's do it.
Not a question. Oh, I'll talk. It's not important.
It shouldn't be up at that point? I'm assuming if he uses it at the beginning. Isn't it kind of up at that point? Because it's my my configure is up at that point, and or like right at the beginning of that, and that I think is on the same timer as inner release, is it not? AoE blast times 4. Home gang, tank buster times 4. Oh yeah, I'm getting used to the timing for sure. I think, like, if it's anything like my configure, which it should be the same timing, it happens, like, right at the beginning of towers. Partners outside of the hitbox here. Thank you. Got distracted by chat. All right, going to Delta here. It is spreading after the jump. Oh my god, why did I... Okay, well... Sorry, Blitz! I was complaining, wondering why my gap closer was so late, because I was distracted by chat and I murdered you. Ugh. I'm the worst. We can reset.
Ms. Murder number 2.
Yeah. That's bad. Oh, that's funny. Alright, stink.
The safe
stink
spot
off.
for the outs are these little right after the circle here, and then like right where these two circles meet here, all the way around the arena.
For outside of Lariat, like away
Yeah.
from Lariat? Yeah. Yeah, it's like just a couple steps back from max melee, which is really obnoxious for melee. You have to like time it so that you're in between a GCD when it happens. If you're even like slightly late on your opener, it's very obnoxious. Alright, we can go.
There's a forbidden GCD you can get just before it fires off.
Not if you have 125 ping!
Imagine having ping and not being demonstrated from screens.
I miss having like less than 100 ping. That was nice.
I swung by their building today.
Did you like peek in their windows?
I don't know, I'm a big weenie. I just drove past it.
Tank buster. Alright, incoming big donut attack. It is spread away from melee range. Get ready for the jump. He's going to Bravo, everyone get to Delta, and this is spread again. Spread, 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 spread. Spread, spread, spread. I will not be killing you this time, Blitz. AoE blast times 4.
Was I the only one expecting them both to die again?
No. I had to like double check my feet. Alright, here come towers, either north-south or east-west. It is east-west. From the center, make sure you are split properly towards your assigned corner. Here comes the first knockback. To the middle this time, to the middle. And behind the boss this time. Get ready for 2 things. Yeah, 2 heals, or whatever, bleeds. We should be able to heal through it. Just keep healing the bleed, don't worry about Blitz for now. Worry more about healing, and then he has a lot of recovery time here, a lot of downtime. Okay, nice work. Blitz, you can grab this whenever you feel comfy, and the rest of us go to your clock positions. He's gonna basically change up the lariat and the diving thing. So lariat will now be a donut. We're all gonna go inside his hitbox and either spread or go with your partner. And then the dive will be a knockback as well instead of the proximity damage. So just be ready for that. All right, partners on the inside, partners inside, in the donut, on your partner. All right, good. And I'm gonna call for knockback ability or knockback immunity right now. You can use it now. And we are partners again. So use your knockback. Oh, Mystic, use your knockback! Okay, and then find your partner. All right, so we missed some partners there, but that's okay. We'll talk about that. Here's another. This is now 6 blasts of AoE, just a heads up. Do your best to heal through. And then Blitz, we will be taking this next Tank Buster together, just with regular cooldowns. And this is also 6 hits on us for the healers to heal us through. We're going to try to go just as much as we can just to see mechanics, and then we can talk about them. But we will probably be slowly wiping here as we lose people. I think tag team is next. Is that right? Tag team? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. There's going to be an ad, and it will be chained to you. Only you can see your chain, so no one can help you. You just have to find the ad that you are chained to and keep that in mind. Keep that ad in mind. The ads are going to do half room cleaves, and you want to get hit by the one that you were chained to, but not the other one. So essentially what you're doing is you're getting purposely hit by the one that attacked you or chained you, and then dodging the other one. And then when they come back, we are all going to the safe spot for that second hit. Okay, we can start to reset here. Okie dokie. So, first off, the knockback towers, I think we lost Blitz. Was that like into the wall? Like a knockback into the wall? Okay, so yeah, that's just figuring out the angle and making sure. But other than that, I think everyone else was good, right? Like no issues with the knockbacks. We had the 2 bleeds from Blitz, missing towers. But you saw like it was manageable-ish to heal through, so if it happens, we can definitely survive and recover. So that right there, right after, is when he starts doing his little drinking thing, and it's literally like a minute of downtime for us to just like either recover or do as much damage as we can. And then, so now, like the first drinking shit basically just powers up all his abilities. So you notice the AoE blast is now 6 hits instead of 4. The tank buster is now 6 hits instead of 4. And then we start getting like the fancier mechanics, which tag team right now that we just saw was the first one of them. Hold on, let me see what Azim's talking about. Oh, okay, so when he is powered up, you'll notice that he now will have the ability to have flames on his body, and the flames on his body is what determines which variation of the attack is happening. So when we start the fight off, he does not have flames at all. So when you see Octo Boom, Lariat, or the dive, those are just the normal versions of, like the default versions of the attacks. But when he drinks and then starts to become on fire, anytime you see him on fire, he's going to kind of do like the opposite, technically, kind of. So instead of it being a circle attack, it's going to be a donut attack. So we go in for the spread or the stack. And then his dive, instead of having the proximity damage where we have to run away from it, he's going to do a knockback from where he lands. To negate that completely, I'm just going to call for people to use their knockback immunities for that. Excuse me. So basically, as he's casting it, I would say like 3 or a quarter into the cast, you can use it, and it will be up through for the entire thing. But for that one, because we're all using knockback abilities, we can all run to where we are going to take either the spread or the partner stacks where he lands. Or if you want to ride the knockback, you can certainly do that. You just have to basically run to where he's about to land and position yourself with the angle to where you want to end up with. I think that's harder, and I think it's unnecessarily extra for you to do, which is why I just suggest doing the knockback immunity. But yeah, Surecast or Arm's Length will keep you from getting knocked back, or inner release. But what I would recommend is when you see him glowing and he's about to do the dive, just use your knockback immunity, run to where you need to stand, either with your partner or spread, and that resolves itself, basically. Yeah, so what Zlatko is saying is, say here, for example, he's landing here, and you see these circles on the ground where there's like the butt, or the cleavage, if you will. If you just stand there and you either like angle yourself to the left or right, it will knock you to where your partner is either waiting or to your spread position, if you want to do it that way. You can honestly do it which way you want. Like, it depends what's easier for you. If you think moving extra and positioning is easier than the knockback, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, questions so far? I'm gonna quickly go over the tag team stuff. Yeah. So, yes, whichever one you, okay, so there's 2 ads that appear, and they will always be adjacent to each other. So, like, if one is on this edge, the other one will be on whatever the adjacent edge is. And you will only be chained to one of the ads. So your priority is determining which of the ads you are being chained to, and then remembering that it's that ad. But both of those ads will do the half room cleave. Like when they cast their lariat, it will be a half room cleave. And every single person gets chained, but you can't see other people's chains, and that doesn't matter. And everyone has their own chain to one of the ads. Completely random. But it doesn't matter. Because it's kind of like a personal mechanic that you can kind of resolve with other people, depending on like where they stand or whatever, if you need them to help you. But yeah, you just use your eyes, you find which one you were chained to, and then what I like to do is I position my character to be like next to the one that I'm chained to, because in case I forget, I know like that's the one that I am chained to. But they're both going to start their half room cleave, and essentially what you're trying to do, it's a 2-step process. Step 1 is you want to be on the half of the room that your chained ad will hit you. So purposely getting hit by the ad that you got chained to. And the reason that you're doing this is because the ad, when it chains you, it gives you a debuff that needs to be removed and can only be removed by getting hit by that ad. Very nonsense, but whatever. So step 1, position yourself on the proper side of the room that your ad that you were chained to. And so these chains go away, by the way. So they only appear when the ads first spawn, which is why you kind of have to like remember where your ad is. And then when they're casting, you will not have that chain anymore. So again, you have to use your memory of which ad it was to be on the correct side. That's a lot of talking. And step 2 is you do not want to be hit by the other ad, the one that is not chained to you. Because that one you have to dodge just as if it was a normal mechanic. And so what ends up happening is that you were either going to be on the side of the room. So there's a couple ways to do this that requires less movement, but I would say when you're first learning and getting used to it, just run to the number that is like safe for you. As you get more comfortable with it, you can basically just go to the letter and then just be on the side of the center line that will get you hit. And that's just for uptime and stuff, but you can do either, whichever way you please, as long as you're on the correct side. And because this is a personal mechanic, because I have no idea who you were chained to, I can't really call out like where the first safe spot is for you. But just remember, you are getting hit by the ad that is chained to you or was chained to you. You have to get hit by that one, but you are avoiding the second ad. So what that ends up with is a quadrant that you should be standing in that is for you, essentially. Yeah, if you have sprint, it will give you some time. But yeah, so they both shoot across the platform and then they come back and do the opposite thing. And for that one at that point, everyone's debuffs are gone and we're just dodging the 2 attacks, kind of like you do in normal mode. I don't know if normal mode has the double lariat like that. But we're going to call out the waymarker that is then safe after the initial hit that removes your debuff. So once you get hit by your ad, we're going to say, okay, 4 is safe or whatever. And we're all just going to run to that corner or that waymarker, wait for the second attack, and then we can go back to the boss. Does that make sense? Also, I'm probably very bad at calling out that second safe spot, and I probably will be bad for a little while until I get used to the call out. So if anyone can see it first, feel free. Absolutely call it out, because I will probably be brain lagging.
Do what I can.
See
You know how
something,
they-
say something. Got it.
Yeah, the second lariat hit where they like come back through the platform after you break your chain. The safe waymarker, like the safe corner or whatever, safe quadrant, if you will. I'm probably not going to call that out quickly enough right away, unless I see it right away, but we'll see. I'm just giving you a heads up that I might kill you by accident. Okay, questions so far. I know that was a lot of talking for not a lot of visual, so let me know. The main thing is just to identify which one you were chained to, remember it, and then get hit by it. And then everything else is you're dodging as normal. Okay. AoE blast. Tank buster. We're gonna have the big point blank circle with either partners or spread. It is spread. Everyone make sure you're spreading. Okay, he's gonna dive soon. He's going to Delta. Everyone head to the Bravo, and we are spreading again. Spreading, 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 spreading. Make sure you are spread. AoE blast times 4 here. Alright, knockback towers are incoming. So these will spawn either north and south or east and west. East and west. Once you're there, make sure you are positioned appropriately towards your corner. Here's first knockback. Get knocked to the center. Get knocked behind the boss. And big, oh, okay, never mind. Let's reset. Yeah, I think that was just the double bleed. And I think technically when the tower is not soaked properly, it also does a little bit of damage. So it could have been the blast from that as well. Yeah, that angle is like tricky. And it's a lot slimmer or whatever than you would expect it to be. Yeah, I can also save Veil for that instead of the previous AoE, just as like a buffer until we get better at it. The bleed can be pretty spicy, like each tick is a decent amount of damage. Okay, getting ready for that Lariat circle. It is partners. Meet your partner at the number. The jump is coming. Jumping to Charlie. Everyone get to Alpha. This is partners again. Partners again. So meet your partner. Alright. Oh, was that a Venn diagram or? Okay. So I would say we were slightly too close, Blitz. Yeah, it looked like you were honestly far enough away, but it's fine. We'll recover here. Knockback towers are incoming. Here we go. It's east-west again. Alright, make sure you are angled. Remember, you can use the arrows on the actual marker itself if you need help. To the corners first. To the center. Behind the boss, behind the boss. Boss. Perfect, look at that. Well done, everyone. All right, moving back to the middle, he's gonna do his little drink consumption. We got some time to just, you know, hit him in the face.
You're acting like 8 people aren't drinking alongside him half the time.
Yeah. So after this, you'll notice the flames on his body, and it's just like him showing the difference now that he's all juiced up. So we're gonna have a donut first. It's either going to be partners inside or spread inside. And then the dive will have the knockback associated with it instead. Alright, spread but inside. Spread inside. Spread inside. Okay, this will be the knockback next. It is spread knockback. He's jumping towards Delta. Use knockback immunity now. Knockback immunity now. Make sure you are spread after the jump. Spread, 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 spread. Spread. Alright, we got
That's my bad.
Alright, this will be 6 hits. 6 hits of AoE. I've got some coolies up. I would just focus on healing and then you can res during the tank buster. Alright, this is a 6-hit tank buster that we're taking with cooldowns. Alright, perfect. Tag team is coming up. This is where you will be chained to one of the adds. Just remember which ad you are chained to, and then you're gonna get hit by its ability. Just stand on the glowy side, the glowy arm side of your ad. Okay, here come the attacks. So you're getting hit by your ad, but not the other one. Safe side. Yeah, thank you. Okay. This is outside and partners. Okay. Not bad so far. Another AoE blast. Let me just see what comes after this to refresh my memory.
Fuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can show. Probably not. Okay. All right. So let's go back to talking about tag team now that we've seen most of it, really. Okay. Did everyone have any trouble identifying the chain that they were, or the ad that they were chained to? That's the main thing, because if you can do that, then the rest kind of comes naturally. He blows us to smithereens! Alright, so once you have your ad, or your chain, oh god, your ad, your chained ad identified, was everyone able to see how they do their half enclaves? Like one of their arms is glowing with the fire. Same way that the boss does it and normal mode shows it. So, did anyone have trouble finding where to get hit by their ad? Because that's probably the next step right there. What I like to do is I like to be on, like, look at the ad that I'm chained to, be on that side, and then as I'm doing that, I look at the other ad and adjust to be on the safe side of that ad. And then I just find, like, the little quadrant that I should be. And then as we're doing that, hopefully I will identify the safe way marker. But basically, as soon as they hit you, you can start running towards the safe way marker that we'll call out. And then as long as you're on that way marker for the second hit, when they cross back over the platform, you should be able to avoid it. And again, I will hopefully do a much better job of calling that out. But since you guys are a lot better at it than me, feel free to just yell it out again. Because I trust you more than I trust myself, honestly. Okay, I won't explain the fuses yet, just because we haven't seen them. But be aware, I'll try to do some callouts then. But for everything that we've seen up to now, let me know if there are questions. But it's very, you'll notice it's very scripted, like it's very, very... Outside of like the variations with the spread or the stack, it's very, very specific. I mean, so I know how to identify it. My brain is just slow doing it. You know what I mean? And part of that is because in our raid team, I feel like there's always people doing callouts for it that I never like bothered to actually look. So I feel like I know how to do it in theory, and I could probably do it under pressure, but I don't have like the muscle trained to like look for it to begin with, if that makes sense. And so my call out lags because of it. And I just know I'm gonna fuck it up. So that's why I'm saying in advance, like, if someone sees it first to just say it, because I'll probably be slow until I do train that muscle to like look, you know? It's literally, so the way that I learn how to do callouts in my brain is like adding them to my rotation, if that makes sense. So it's kind of having to like rework my muscle memory for the fight to add a callout as part of my rotation. That's like the best way I can describe it. I'm sorry! Alright, Tank Buster. Completely fumbled my opener, but we're fine. Alright, big circle, spread. Outside and spread, outside and spread. The jump is next. Jumping to Charlie, everyone get over to the alpha. This is partners, 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 partners. Find your partner and stack with them. Perfect. Oh, what? There's no way. You were so far from that. Oh, that was healing. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For that, I would say, one, make sure that you're, you know, like far back enough so that you're not taking excess damage, and then healers, just keep an eye on anyone that might be slightly lower. It will probably be the melee that are slightly lower. All right, go to your middle tower, position to the corner. Here comes the first knockback. Oh, am I on the wrong side? Oh, we got wrong people on this side. I might be talking too much.
There's too many to be on this side.
Yeah. It's okay. That was a lot of extra talking on my part, so I probably distracted people. I'm sorry.
I got so thrown off, I got gaslit thinking I was on the wrong side.
Yeah, it's okay.
That was right.
But yeah, if anyone is taking extra damage there, it will be the 2 melee, so just keep a heads up during the proximity damage dive, because they obviously want uptime and they do not have tank privilege, so just keep an eye on them.
Tanks have mitigation they can throw on the melee.
Fuck that! I am a selfish tank. No, I mean I will if I see it, but...
I always just pop Bloodbath and Second Window, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Poor Dragoon. I mean, I can definitely throw something on you. But, honestly, I like watching you die.
Can I just say that?
Just say it, healers adjust.
Yeah, that too. AoE Blast times 4. Tank Buster times 4. Circle attack with partners on numbers. Go meet your partner on the number. Here comes the dive. Go to alpha, and we are partners again. Everyone partners. Beautiful. Big AoE blast times 4. We will have knockback towers after this. Remember, they spawn either north and south or east and west. North-south. Okay, find your little angle that you need here. To the corner. To the center. To the back of the boss. Lots of heals if you can. You got lots of time. Okay, never mind. Everyone's kind of running away from you there, so I don't know if a Cure 3 would help, honestly, unless we all just stayed put if we saw the bleed. But yeah, that's fine. Bad angles happen. We'll get through it without any of that, so there's no sense in trying to like set up a strat to mitigate the bleed when generally it shouldn't happen.
I'm not sure if it helps, but you can position yourself in between the two arrows that like point either side of your tower, and it's the most consistent way I've done it.
All right, circle with spread. Everyone spread out, spread out, spread, spread. Here comes the jump. Go to alpha, and this is spread again. Everyone be ready to spread. Big spreads. AoE blast times 4. Here come knockback towers, either north-south or east-west. East-west. Angle to the corner. To the center. To behind the boss. Beautiful. Good job, guys. That was perfect. All right, lots of garbage time. He's gonna drink his little thing and then power up. I have no idea why I just provoked. Sorry, my fingers don't know what they're doing. Alright, so very first thing will be donut instead of the circle. So we're gonna be in with either a spread or partner groups. And then we will have the knockback with either spread or partner groups. Actually, what was the previous one? Because you can tell what this set is based off of what the first ones are. I just have a goldfish memory. Alright, groups, partners. Partners on the inside. Okay, this will also be knockback with partners, if I remember correctly. You can use your knockback immunity now. And get ready to be with your partner on the Bravo side, or around the Bravo. AoE blast, this is 6 hits here. Tank busters are next, also 6 hits. Alrighty, tag team is next. So we are finding who we are chained to, and whatever ad that is, you want to get hit by that ad. And the other ad, you want to dodge normally. Okay, get hit by your ad, but not the other one.
One is safe.
Going to 1. Everyone to 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. Spread out. Or partners out. You're right, right.
That specifically is backing your clock spot.
Yep.
It's easy to fuck up. You could fuck it up all the time.
Okay. That was very good, though, I think, for the tag team itself. I think the only whoopsie we had there was, so when we call out the safe way marker after the first half room blasts, whatever the one that hits us, you want to be like on the marker itself, like the number. It's always going to be the corner. And you can kind of squeeze in again as you kind of figure out the max melee range, because it's kind of like here-ish that you can be. But you do want to make sure you are inside that or it's not even a quadrant, honestly. It's like the corner that's safe.
You can greet a single GCD as you're running towards the safe location, but
Yes.
past that, you're playing with your life.
Yeah. I think that was good otherwise, because that was the only death we had right at the end of tag team. And then if everyone's alive, we're just going to reposition the boss, find your clock positions, and he's either going to do the in or out stacker spread. Okay. If we do happen to get past that, all I'm going to say is be ready for me to call out if it's either DPS exploding first or supports exploding first, and that is determined by the top of your head. If you remember in normal mode, when you get fuses on top of your head, if you have a short fuse, that means you're exploding first. If you have a long fuse, you are not exploding first. But I'm not going to really go into that yet because you kind of have to see it. But any questions up to now? I really hope we get to fight the announcer. Just to get more voice lines, honestly. Tank Buster.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
Partners on numbers. Diving to Alpha, everyone get to Charlie, and this is partners again. Partners again. Very well done. AoE Blast. Knockback towers are incoming. East and west. Find your corner, or position to your corner. To the center. To behind the boss. Get ready for some heals. Alright, stay here for now. Stay here for now. Let him heal. Alright, it's not too bad. It's just one stack, but alright, we can start making our way back. He's gonna start his little drink nonsense. Alright, very first thing will be donut attack. So in with either partners or, well actually hold on. It's gonna be spread, in spread. And then we're gonna have a knockback spread. So make sure you are in your clock positions and get ready to be inside the boss. Okay, stay in and spread. Get ready for knockback. You can use your knockback immunity now and make sure you are spread. Spread, 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 spread. Spreading. Stay spread. Good job. 6 hits of AoE Blast. This is followed by 6 hits of Tank Buster. With coolies. Okay, tag team is coming up. Get ready to identify which ad you are chained to. And then get ready to get blasted in the face by them. But not the other one, just the one. All right, get hit by your ad, but not the other one.
2 is safe.
2. After this, go to 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Make sure you're on the way marker. Good. All right. Partners in.
Inside
Partners
partner.
in. Partners in.
Hey,
Good job. Oh, almost.
Wait, what did I die? What?
Multiple hits.
It's okay.
Probably got
This is
over
another
6
6 hits. We can res after this. Okay, so we're gonna get fuses on our heads. There's gonna be bombs around the platform. Some of the bombs will be long and some of them will be short. So if you have a short fuse, supports have short fuses, find a long bomb and stand on it. And DPS, you're gonna be kind of in the middle but slightly off center. Stand on, I don't know, who knows what they're doing. All right, now switch positions. Supports in the middle and DPS find a empty spot. All right. Well, we've seen it. We've seen it, so now I can explain it.
Knockback spread.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So that was a lot all at once, but again, it's very much one of those things where like once you see it a couple times, once you do it a couple times and see the variations, it's very simple. All right, so what happens there is each group will have, and by group I mean either all of the supports or all of the DPS will have either long fuses above their heads or short fuses. And I don't know if anyone noticed the difference in size between the two, but it's pretty obvious when you look at it. And the same thing with bombs. There's going to be 8 bombs on the platform, but 4 will have short fuses and 4 will have long fuses. The order, or the orientation, I guess, of the long and short bombs on the platform is kind of static. Not the, like, where they spawn, but, like, how they spawn in relation to each other is static. Like, the pattern that they spawn in is static. And so basically, what will happen is the short fuses all explode at the same time, and so the short fuse players need to find long bombs to stand on because that's like the available safe spot for them. And the long players will be standing in the middle. So actually here, let me get rid of these way markers for a second. So this isn't entirely accurate, but it's as good as I can make it, I guess. There's gonna be a long bomb there, and then there's gonna be a long bomb-ish here, a long bomb-ish here, a long bomb-ish like this. The 2 might be off. The 2 might be more like this. I think it's on little, like, nubs. Okay, no, this is completely wrong. I mean, it's not completely wrong, but it's not as, like, on the nubs as I thought. So kind of like this pattern, all long bombs. And then this will be short bomb. This will be short bomb. Okay, this might be more confusing, honestly, than is helpful. But the important thing to know is the long bombs will always spawn with like a 3 cluster of long bombs, kind of like this. And if you are a long player, you're going to stand not directly center because you're going to get overlapped by another bomb if you're here. But you're going to be kind of off center towards where the long bombs are. Does that make sense? So you will be close to the long bomb side, but close to the center, but not quite on the center. And just like a step off of center. You honestly will probably be more like this. But yeah, I think Iggy should know, Max should know where to stand for that kind of off-center position when you're long. So just kind of follow them if you need to as the DPS.
Don't you dare.
Follow me for tank position or whatever, support longs. And then, so in the other positions available, this bomb, and then kind of this bomb, and this bomb. Again, not entirely perfect positioning, but that's the pattern. So these are the long... the short bombs, rather, that are exploding at the same time that the short players are exploding. And again, this is going to be so fucking confusing until you actually see it. But for the short players, what you're going to do, you're literally just going to pick a long bomb and stand on it. If you want to be a little bit more organized with it, I guess. What I usually kind of do is... Blitz, for example, if it supports, you can always just go to what is closest to where you're already standing. Like, there's going to be a long bomb that basically spawns behind you that you can just run to. I will run, like, to your left, I guess, or to your right. I don't know. And then the range can do, like, one of the range can be over here, and then the other one can be on whatever side. I don't know. This will be something that we kind of, like, learn as a group and learn how we prefer to move around each other. But basically what you're doing is you're just finding yourself a long bomb to stand on if you're about to explode, and spreading so that you don't overlap with one another. Okay, now that that was the most confusing description ever, I'm going to reiterate just slightly, and I'm just going to say this. So, DPS and support, you will either be long or short fuses. If you are long fuses, you are going to be off-center. Whatever side is the long bomb side of off-center. And then if you are a short fuse, you are going to run and stand on the long bombs that spawn. You'll see them. And there is time, so if you and another person are running to the same one, at least until we establish like where people are going, just spread apart. Just don't go to the middle. If you are exploding, if you are a short fuse, do not stand in the middle, because then you will kill everyone. So if you need to kill yourself and stand on, you know, the wrong bomb, that's fine, but do not be in the middle. Group 1 north, group 2 south? Okay, yeah, we can do that too. Oh, we do need to reset the instance, yeah. So if people want to take like a short break and pee, if anyone needs to leave, let me know. But we might as well reset. It is also 11:20, so probably we'll only go in for another like 45 to 50 minutes, depending on how long we break for. Maybe less, I don't know. Here, I'll do a ready check. If you want to go pee and stuff, just say no or whatever, say you're not ready. And if we are ready, we can just go right back in. How many donuts tall are the
Do
short
not feel
flames?
shamed if you need to take a break. It's fine.
You should be shamed, you pathetic casual pleb. No, I'm kidding. I think Azam's already peeing, though. Azam can hear us as she pees, so I think she's got it locked in. Also, the donut attack, because it's so wide and like past max melee, I can argue with Solu that that's the size of the Krispy Kreme donut.
Krispy Kreme is overrated. Fight me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's
Compared
still
to
good.
what?
Compared to literally anything, local donut shops are better.
Well, yeah, but like Krispy Kreme's franchise, it's like.
You know, I've
never
never had Dunkin' Donuts ever.
Their breakfast sandwiches were good about 15 years ago.
The Dunkin' Donuts
Ah.
are very similar to Tim Hortons.
So also good 15 years ago and no longer good at all.
You're funny. It's true. You're all used up.
I had Tim Hortons for the first time this year, and I was like, "That's Dunkin' Donuts," but it wasn't.
That's because they were bought out by Dunkin' Donuts, I believe.
Oh, that makes so much sense. All right.
Yeah, I had it this year as well. Meh.
It used to be
powered by
good.
Dunkin'.
So did you.
Who are you kidding? I was never good.
I was never good.
What you doing, baby? I'm here to...
Will you
All
please
right.
once again inform Pasta that I love her?
Pasta, Iggy loves you. What are your thoughts on that? You thinking about it? She's like, yeah. I think she accepted your love. I can't tell.
I'm okay if she didn't. Cats are indifferent.
So loose spamming. Alrighty. AoE blast. Oops, I just used my knockback ability for some reason. I don't know why my fingers are so like clumsy today.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
Partners on numbers. Partners, partners, partners.
What? I trust it.
Diving to Charlie, everyone go to Alpha, and this is spread. Spread. Spread, 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 spread for everyone. Oh, you almost killed me. AoE blast again. This is knockback towers, either north and south or east and west. East and west. Position towards your corners here. Position to the center. Behind the boss now. Excellent. Good job, everyone. He's gonna do his little drinky drink. We are gonna have spread in first. Inside the donut, spreading. In spread, in spread. After this, we are gonna have partner knockback. Knockback with partners. You can use your knockback immunity right now. Find your partner and stand with him. He's jumping towards Bravo. Perfect. 6 hits of AoE. Six hits of Tank Buster. Perfect. We're gonna have tag team coming up. We're gonna look for our chain ads. And just keep in mind which ad you are chained to, and then make sure you get hit by them. Alright, get ready to get hit by your ad, but not the other one.
2 is safe.
2 after. Go to 2, go to 2, go to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Alright, perfect. Spread around the
Clock
boss.
spread. Clock spread.
Yep. Outside of the boss. Away from the boss. Boss, boss, boss. Perfect. Ooh, almost. This is AoE Blast. Come in for heals, so I'm gonna do wings here. Just to help out. Ugh. Spicy. Yeah, it's hard to do with one healer. Can we recover? Very little mana, I don't know. We can try. I don't know what happens if you don't have enough bodies here. Alright, supports are short. Supports are, or sorry, DPS are going short to stand on top of a bomb.
I'm dead by the same spot. I'm probably killing you all.
Oh yeah, that's true. Bodies do explode here. Okay, let's reset. Also, my brain thought DPS, and I definitely said support. Yeah, the fuses will appear on top of your head and also on top of the bombs that are around the platform. And that's how you can kind of identify. There is no debuff, unfortunately. It's really stupid. It's only what's on your head. Arf, arf. Arf, arf. Espresso Fox. Wait, is it Espresso Fox or is it Express
rely on the
of
comments for now.
Ox?
They actually are very annoying to see.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Enjoy your emotes, and thank you for supporting the channel, and I appreciate you, and I hope your day is going really well. Muscled his way into the ring! Did he muscle his way in here? I feel like he was here, like, to begin with. Tank Buster.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
Partners outside with waymarker thingy. I don't know. This thing. Diving to Charlie. Make sure you're at Alpha. This is also partners. Meet your partner at the dive spot. Beautiful. AoE blast again. This will be knockback towers, either east and west or north and south. East and west. Find or position yourself towards the corner. To the center this time. In the center. Get ready for heals. Stay here. Stay here. Wait for them to heal you. Help Azan with them heals. 4 more seconds. And then you can res. Lots of downtime here for us to recover. Perfect. Alright, this will be spread in to start with. Spread in to start with. So find your clock position.
My word, you just assaulted the referee.
Spread on the inside. Spread inside. Next will be spread partners. Or sorry, spread knockback. Use knockback immunity now. Diving to A. And this is spread. Spread, spread, spread. Big AoE blast here. 6 hits. Six tank buster hits. Alrighty, tag team is coming up. Be ready to identify who you are chained to. Okay, find the ad that you're chained to. This is the ad that you will be getting hit by very soon. Okay, get hit by the ad, but not the other one.
One is safe.
Go to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, clock positions. Inside partners. Inside partners. Beautiful. AoE blast, 6 hits. After this, we can kind of spread a little bit just so you can see above your head. I'm going to call out what group is short, and this group will have to run to a long bomb and stand on it. Make sure you are spread. Do not overlap on long bombs. Supports are short first, so find yourself a long bomb, and everyone else in the middle, slightly off-center. Now we're swapping positions. DPS go to an empty spot, and supports were in the middle here. He's diving to Alpha. Get away from Alpha, get away from Alpha, get away. Find your partners. Partners next, partners next. Ooh, I'm so far away, sorry. Aww. We did have a lot of people down, so that's hard to survive with dead people. Progress, though. Very nice. Ooh, here. While you're dead, look at what this looks like. You will notice there are short fuses, like the one by Alpha, and then there's long fuses by the one by number 2. You'll see that there's fire on these fuses, and if you notice, if I stand in one, it explodes. Okay? That's all you need to know for now. Also, the middle is bad. Well, Ani, thank you very much for watching this, guys, and I'm glad you're back in the game, and hope you like it. Alright, let's go back to talking about the first set of fuse and bombs. So, hopefully my call-out was fast enough, saying supports are the short, whatever. But was everyone able to see what length fuse they had on their head? At least first step. That's the first step. You're just gonna, everything spawns and you just have to look above your head, see the fuse, long or short. So because supports were short fuses there, that means we explode first. You know, like a shorter fuse is gonna go off faster than the longer fuse. And so what we're doing is we are standing on a long bomb because the long bomb is not exploding right away. So it's kind of like our safe area for that. Yeah. There's a lot of extra stuff. But basically, whoever is the short group first, they're going to run out immediately and stand on a long bomb. And if you are a long first, you're going to stand in the center, but slightly off center. If you saw how the bombs explode, they kind of like overlap over the actual center. So basically, you're just kind of angling yourself away from like the cluster of bombs that are about to explode. That's how you determine where the safe spot in the middle is. And then after that first set of explosions, you basically just swap. So the DP or whoever was long fuses will now run out to where there are no bombs, that's where the safe spot is. And then the long bombs are also exploding at the same time as you because the fuse timers are all the same for everyone. And then whoever was short fuses initially, they're going to find the safe spot in the center. So, I don't know. Outside of like just learning how to do that, I'm not sure if there's like any tips really of like what to do, where to go. But basically, if you're not actively exploding, you're in the center, slightly off center. And if you are exploding, you are either in a long bomb for the first round or you're in an empty space for the second round. There's little like tips and tricks where as you learn like where to run and stuff. Yeah. I've got a lot of empty space in my brain. Yeah, so think of the middle as like the safe spot. But again, it's not the exact middle. So I'm like a little scared to say middle, even though I don't mean middle. But it's like the fastest way to call it out. So it's middle, but away from the cluster of bombs that are exploding. Middle-ish, yeah. You'll see as we as we go into that phase, and you'll see where the bombs spawn, how they explode, and it's always kind of like a couple steps out of the middle, away from the explosions, I guess. And again, you can follow me for that in the middle, or follow Iggy, Shuri Kenger in the middle for that, depending on your role group or whatever. Okay, but it's honestly one of those things where we just kind of have to see it a lot and practice it. But does anyone have questions? No, don't put this on me because I don't want people to follow me if they're not in my group. Because it might confuse them. Why you do this? Okay. I can't just... Full government name. Yeah. That's how you know you're in trouble. When they use your full name, right? Elk. Sorry, elk crossing. I don't think I saw who wasn't ready, but if you're not ready, just yell.
Max, that was pretty good.
Thanks, I made it myself.
I hate you.
What a tank buster.
That's your regal name, Elk.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenger's still standing.
Partners outside on the numbers. Diving to Alpha. This is spread. Everyone spread. Stay away or get away from Alpha. Spreading, spreading, spreading. AoE blast. 4 hits. This is knockback towers spawning. They are north and south. Make sure you position yourself appropriately towards your corner. Towards the center now. Towards the back of the boss. Beautiful! Except for one whoopsie, that's fine. He's gonna do his drinky drink. You can invoke once you're healthy. We're gonna start off with inside spread. Inside spread. So find your clock positions. Inside spread, inside spread. Next will be knockback partners. Knockback partners. Everyone can use knockback immunity now. Find your partners. He's jumping towards Charlie. Partners. 6 hits of AoE. Six hits of Tank Buster. Next, we're gonna have tag team. You're gonna find who you are chained to. And then make sure you get hit in the head by him. Okay, identify who your chain friend is. Okay, make sure you get hit by the chain dude, but not the other one.
-4.
Run to 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Ooh, I did not do my chain correctly, apparently. Whoops.
Yeah, that was wrong, so oopsie.
Oh, so I didn't even look. I trusted you.
Yeah, I trusted me too. Based on that, it would have been 3, it looks like. Oopsie.
Yeah, I don't even know how
I was
got my
standing
time.
on 4, so I knew it wasn't right, but I also didn't know which one was right, so I just was like, oh,
You just accepted death. Oh
Listen,
my.
Miss and said, hey, I'm gonna set up and kill everybody. It would be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
I buy it.
sounds just like me. I wish you luck, Fabulora. It's a pretty fun raid tier, honestly. I like it a lot. Spread out. Spread out. Out and spread. Jumping to Charlie, get away from Charlie, and this is spread again. Spread, 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 spread. Spreading, spread, 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 spread. Ooh! I thought about helping you. AoE blast.
Notice she thought about it. She chose not to do anything, but
That was a cold line.
Listen, thinking about helping you is like a step above other people get, so you should be, you know, proud.
yeah, but then you ended up choosing not to do anything. So what did that say?
Knockback stuff coming
Oh, that's
up.
just because I'm old and slow, you know. Alright, knockback towers, find your corner. Towards the center this time. 2 words behind the boss. We need to heal a bit, so stay close here. Never mind, we're pretty dangerous. Alright, reset. I deserve that. Miss mechanics because you're looking at your bar too much. In that case, I would recommend keybinds or MMO mouse, something that can help you like draw your vision back up, because it's super helpful, especially if you are, you know, missing things because of the bar staring. Or you can always bring your bars up a little higher so that you don't have to like look too far down. You know what I mean? I feel like the GCD being as generous as it is, you can click. I don't know. I don't prefer clicking at all, so me saying this is like hurting me, but you can do it. You just have to like adapt in ways that work for you. You know what I mean? Partners on the numbers. Jumping to Charlie again. This is partners again. Partners. AoE blast. You're a proud keyboard clicker. Listen. You do what you gotta do. And I'll do what I gotta do. Which is talk shit. No, I'm kidding. Find your corner position. Make sure you get knocked into the corner. To the center now. Get ready for some heals. Stay together here so that they can heal easily. Good luck! Oh, that tick. Oh, also I'm not taking. Sorry! The boss and I laughed the same way at the same time.
Is Miz Super Brawler? That was so lifelike.
Yep, I know, it was identical. We're basically twins. Especially muscle-wise, like...
I can see it in the hairstyle too.
Alright. Is this game of Phasmo? Oh boy. How's the Phasmo fucking thing going? It ends on the 15th, right? I want my trophy. Do I need to go back into Phasmo? Yeah, Finny, I literally can't use all the buttons on my scimitar either, and I don't like to, because it's too awkward. Spread. Out and spread. Here comes the dive. Over to Delta. This is spread again. This is spread after the dive. Spreading, spreading, spreading. Perfect. AoE blast. You just have to claim it? Okay. Well, I mean, I did the maps that one day. Here come knockback towers. They are north and south. Make sure you position towards the corner here. Position towards the center. And behind the boss again. Perfect. Good job. Very nice. Heading back to the middle, he's gonna do his drink. Maybe it's a bot, Solu. Combatant disqualified. I hate how he says that. It's so weird.
My word, you just assaulted the referee!
The scoundrel! We are doing partner in first. Partner inside. Next will be partner knockback. Use your knockback immunity now. And meet your partners over by Alpha. Or around Alpha, whatever. This is 6 AoE blasts. Tank Buster, 6 hits. Awesome. Find who you are chained to. Get ready to get hit by your chain target, but not the other ad.
Two is safe.
Two. Clock positions here. Inside spread. Inside spread. AoE blast. I don't know if you have any raid coolies you can use, but do your best. Okay, reset. No, but what I'm saying, Solo, is, like, I know, I recognize the name, but maybe they've been overtaken by a bot, you know? Am I doing Fru week 1? we're not doing, like, hardcore Fru, but we are gonna go in on Tuesday, and then, unfortunately, it's Thanksgiving that week, so we won't be able to raid again until, I believe, Monday. So Tuesday and Monday is all we're gonna do for the first week, because we have people traveling for Thanksgiving, and just doing Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm good with one last pull. I also have 13 minutes left on my food, so that kind of works out. We can do as many pulls until like midnight or whatever. Because you never know, we might wipe right away here.
Who would do that?
The Miz, you have to see space for front lines.
Blech.
That's true, you do.
Shatter was yesterday, which means today is garbage. I don't know if I want to do it.
You didn't even do it yesterday.
I know, but if I didn't do it yesterday when it's my favorite map, am I really going to do it today when it's garbage map?
Yeah, because it'll be funny.
Ugh. I can't believe Miz won't do PvP with us. Yeah, I'm terrible. Okay, what do we have? Partners out. Partners out. Diving to Delta. Everyone get away from Delta. This is spread. Spread. Keep spreading. AoE blast. Knockback towers incoming. East and west. Find your, or position into your corner. Position towards the center. And back towards the boss. Get ready for heals. Stay together here in the back. Let them heal. Ooh, if you can get it off before the next tick. Very nice. Good job. Alright, we can slowly recover here. We got plenty of time. Out of the way, tin can. Alright, we are going to do inside spread. Inside spread, I'm pretty sure. Yes, inside spread. This will be followed by knockback partners. Knockback partners. You can use your knockback immunity now. Jumping towards alpha, meet up with your partner. Partners, partners, partners. 6 hits of AoE Blast. Followed by 6 hits of Tank Buster. Find who you're chained to, and get ready to get hit by them. Alright, get hit by your chain ad, but not the other one. Only the one.
One is safe.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Clock positions after this. Clock positions. Out, partners, on your numbers, on your numbers. This is AoE Blast again. 6 hits. Alright, get ready for fuses over our heads. We can slightly spread just so you can see your head nice and clear. I'll call out the group that is running away from the center. Short fuse on DPS. DPS, go out. And everyone else come over on top of Miss Duck right here. Oh, wait, am I on the wrong side? No, no, we're here. We're here. Come closer over here. Okay, now DPS, or whatever, supports are finding a spot. Okay, sorry. That was a really bad call because I was like, oh, I killed Asm. Couldn't even see me. I know. I know.
Only they put markers on people in this game.
I know. I thought about it. Like, just as you died, I was like, man, if I had just kept the marker on my head. But, I'm trying to think of like the best way to do that without confusing people with markers on people's heads, but maybe it is better to just do like 2 markers and then I'll call out like stack on nipple or stack on Dorito or something and then go from there. We can do another polo if people are good for that, and if anyone needs to go, let me know. But I'm good for another. Yeah, here, let me put me as, I'll be the nipple and Iggy can be the Dorito. And if you are DPS, make sure you stand on the Dorito. D for Dorito.
You've just made a grave mistake.
What do you mean? you
I'm
don't.
bad at it.
Okay, well then I'll put it on
Whatever.
Max. I'll put it on Max.
Yeah, I'll trust Max over me.
Max can be the danger Dorito. So if you're DPS, follow Max. If you are support, follow the circle. But we're basically, again, remember, you're kind of off-center, and you're looking, if you want to look for yourself, you're looking for, like, the cluster of bombs and going opposite that, but just slightly off-center. You don't have to go far, just away from them. AoE Blast. Tank Buster.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenger's still standing.
Spread out. Out and spread. Jumping towards Charlie. This is also a spread. Get away from Charlie and be ready for the spread. Spreading, spreading, spreading. AoE blast again. Knockback towers incoming. North and south. Position towards your corner. Towards the center. Towards behind the boss. Beautiful. Very well done. He's drinking. You can find your clock positions in this time. Or do your positionals. I don't care. We will have a partner in first. I think. We spread first time, right? Yeah. Partner's in. And if I'm wrong, I'll call it out again. Partner in. Partner in. Okay. Oh, we lost someone. Use your knockback immunity now, and this is partners as well. Good luck. Oh, that sucks. Big AoE blast here. Double or 6 hits. Six tank buster hits. Alright, tag team is coming up. We're looking for our chain ads and getting ready to get hit by them. Okay, figure out where you're chained to. And make sure you get hit by the chain ad, but not the other one. Only the chain ad.
3.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Get to your clock positions. Clock positions. This is inside spread. Inside spread. Very nice. Big AoE heals here. 6 hits. Okay, everyone's gonna get fuses on their heads. I'll call out who is running away first. You can spread slightly so you can see. Alright, so support out, support out. Everyone find a stand on a long fuse. Everyone else in the middle on top of Max, the Dorito. Indigo, go a little bit to the edge, just so you don't overlap. Yeah, beautiful. Alright, everyone swap positions. DPS find an empty spot, and we're in the middle here. Okay, not bad. Diving away to Alpha, get away from Alpha, and spread. Spread, 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 spread. Spread, spread, spread. Everyone spread. Alright, not bad. This is progress. Hell yeah. Okay, this we didn't really talk about, but if you are, let's see. All right, supports get on long fuses and DPS get on short fuses. Just find yourself a fuse. Be short if you were a DPS. Oh, I guess it's fucked up because of the deaths. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot that it kind of gets wacky if people are dead. Okay, well that was fine. Well, very well done. Good prog. The fuse thing worked decently well, even though my callouts failed. I need to figure out how to like call that out efficiently and effectively, because right now I'm kind of stumbling over my words for that specifically. But I will figure it out, and you guys did really good for how not really called out it was.
Also,
But yeah.
just figuring out who has what and where is safe. Or
Yeah.
at least doing half of it would help a lot.
Yeah. Super good prog, though. Thank you for coming as well. Super fun.
Thank you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you, I guess.
I guess. Okay. Have a good weekend, though. See you next time.
I'll be more appreciative when you play Satisfactory.
Oh, God. Okay.
It'll be fun.
How about Factorio?
I don't own it, otherwise.
Oh.
What about PvP?
Ah. Oh, no. I gotta go wash my hair.
Good night, everyone.
All right. But yeah, that was super good for first time in there. First time for me doing callouts for it. I feel like I didn't kill people as much as I normally. Well, that's not true. I did kill a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, my back. My back. I think I was slouching a lot today because I feel it. I feel it in my back. Look, these are the nuts I was eating yesterday. They're really good. I like to pour them in the cap so I look like a bougie bitch. And then I just eat them. I have personal mitts. Maybe. It could be that it's like slightly in a bit. I don't know. But I don't think you died to it that much. Like, I think it was just the 2 times, right? Where you went in to the hit with low health or whatever to kill you, or enough to kill you. I don't know. Either way, it was awesome. I had a great time. Melee twice, yeah. Yeah, some healers, I think, will put, like, shields on everyone there after the knockback. Like, time it so that it lands after the knockback damage, but before the, shared hit or whatever. Like, the last hit, the second hit, whatever. So it could be that, like, maybe you had some shield or something, but... Honestly, I don't think it was big enough of an issue to worry about, you know? It happens so rarely that it could just be like sometimes, and sometimes like the netcode of the game itself is like fucky, where you think you're far enough distance but it registers you as closer, so you take more damage for that initial hit. So like progress on Phasma is only at 27. What? It was at 27 on like Halloween when we did it. That sucks. Phasmophobia. Here, let me log in quickly. Didn't we pass the first tier though? Oh, the last bar. I see. You had the upgraded ID. When it ends on the 15th, right? We still have time. I might play that at some point. I don't know. Why is this game not loading? Okay, so I will be back on Monday. I think we have Girly Pop group happening on Monday. Maybe? I don't know. The schedule's gonna be a little wacky coming. Oh, actually, we don't have Girly Pop group because I'm pretty sure maintenance is eating our time.
Welcome
So,
back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
do you now? All right, let me see. Where do I even see the thing? The progress. Progression. You can't see what's happening, but hold on. Why is Phasmo not showing up? It should be above my other game. Oh, it's not. Hold on. I don't know what's happening. Is this what I pressed? I pressed it, but nothing happened. On the board by the door. This one? Oh, this one. Okay, that's good, because last I checked we were like on stage 1. Blood Moon ID card, upgraded ID card. What is that? How do I tell? How do I edit this? Where do I see it? There it is, Blood Moon. Ooh, it's so cool. So was there like a static version of this and then this is the upgraded? Is that what it is? Cool. Got it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So hopefully this finishes. And we can just get that then.
Back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
No, you didn't. I'm leaving. Screw you, boss. Will I ever do Apocalypse? Maybe. I am interested in getting the achievements for it. But I think I need to like research it and look into what you actually have to do because I don't really know. I've had people explain it to me, but I don't remember, honestly. Let's go right now. No! It's midnight 10. I gotta go to bed. Even at this rate, I won't go to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm fucking dead in the morning. I hate it, but I need to go sleep. Step 1, don't be a little bitch. He just made me spit peanut all over my keyboard. Yikes. Why do you say unsaying midnight number goes here? Because that's how you differentiate between AM and PM without saying AM and PM. You can say noon 30, midnight 30. You look out your window? Okay, but what if you live in Australia and it's backwards? That's a joke. Don't come for me. That's a joke. Yeah. Man, these peanuts are good. You're enraged. Listen. I've been living in the States long enough that the stupidity is osmosed into my brain. So I'm allowed to say shit like that and believe it. I'm kidding. But also kind of not. Oh, come on. That was funny. Because Australia is upside down, but they can also be, like, flipped. No, okay. The joke was elaborate, okay? It made sense. Half past midnight like a normal person. Well, Max, you see, I'm not a normal person. I know, Clayton. It is also midnight 13 where I am. I'm just gonna say that now to piss off Solu now that I know it bothers him so much. Because I don't think I've ever really said midnight 12. I've only ever really said midnight 30. But now that I know it bothers him, I must latch onto this and milk it for all of its worth. Anyway. I go to bed. I will return Monday, probably for some Resident Evil, since we are not raiding and the game is down, or this game is down. And then on Tuesday... Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do Tuesday because I have a baby that naps kind of around 8 a.m/9, depending. But the problem is if I speak next to her, she won't nap. So I might just do like silent content. I don't know if I'll stream it because I'm really tempted to talk when I'm streaming, even if I'm trying to be silent. So I may not stream stuff, but I'm going to try to play the game early. So if you're on Tuesday morning and you like want to do stuff, like the, specifically the dungeon and the, probably the extreme. And Yeah, I'll probably honestly focus on the extreme maybe, because I think I'll try to work on the guide that night or whatever. Oh yeah, Alliance. Yeah, okay, so maybe I'll do Alliance raid first, because that's probably the fastest thing to unlock, or maybe the dungeon first. I don't know. Whatever is fastest to unlock. And then if people are around and want to join for that, just I will do my best to be online. But again, I'm at the whim of the tiny person, so I'll just be on throughout the day whenever I can around her schedule. And I think that Tuesday we're probably raiding crap, but I don't know. Do your combat dailies? You mean your allied races dailies? That one? What time is it early? Like around 8 for my time. 8 or 9. I don't think I can do server up because I prefer to sleep. I mean, maybe. But I have, like when Lily's awake and before I take her out, she doesn't leave me alone, so I don't think I can do anything with Lily here. But I'll probably do stuff when Lily's gone and I've got Layla down for a nap. Which is usually around 8 or 9, depending on when we get home, so we'll see. I don't know. Just if you see me online, I don't know. I'll post an FC chat and stuff, but that's it. Okay, anyway. Have a good weekend, because I will not see you until Monday. I will miss you. Be safe. Stay healthy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining MTQniversity. Next week, we'll probably do EX3. I'm calling it now. Next Friday, we're doing EX3. So if you're interested in learning that, obviously it will be brand new content, but if you're interested, I very much would like to do that for MTQniversity. Unless people want, like, something, you know, vastly different, like everyone wants to do something else, sure, no problem, but I have a feeling everyone's going to want to do EX3, so. Okay, great. See you then. And if it's easy enough, we're definitely going to do multiple groups, so don't worry about, like, not getting into the first group, because it's, I think... Well, I shouldn't say this, because it could be actually challenging, but depending... I don't know. Hopefully we can get some multiple groups in, but... Also Byakko. We'll do Byakko lower priority, but EX3 I think will be the more fun thing for MTQniversity. But yeah. Okay. See you then. See you Monday. Enjoy the patch if I don't see you at all until then. But bye. See you in a bit. Hype it up. Me? Hype things? I don't do that. Alright. Bye. See you in a bit.